regionalcarbuyingevent.com.
I was speaking with Dr. James D. Raspino, medical director and founder of Center for Men's Health, which opened in 2011. And see, when they first opened C4MH.com, testosterone replacement clinics were few and far between. They were the only TRT clinic to offer real pharmaceutical testosterone rather than some cheap compound. When you're providing real medical care, you don't put profits ahead of patient safety. Dr. D. Raspino also chose to do the best testosterone testing available rather than the quick, cheap testing that many pop-up clinics offer. And C4MH.com does a lab test on all initial patients that tests for a possible tumor that could cause low T. And to date, over 10 patients have been discovered to have that tumor and all had full recoveries. Beware of pop-up men's clinics that want you to pay in advance. C4MH.com is still $65 to $75 per treatment paid at the time of care. There are so many reasons why C4MH.com is the leader in testosterone replacement therapy and quality. Pricing and convenience are just a few. Visit C4MH.com.
Getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right.
I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Now that the Omicron variant is spreading worldwide with the first case in the U.S., President Biden will detail his plans later today as the U.S. tightens travel restrictions. Now, that first case was detected in California, where Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom again urged people to get vaccinated and wear masks.
So we can avoid any shutdowns. We can avoid shutting down our schools or businesses. None of us want to see that happen. I certainly don't want to see that happen.
Republican pushback against vaccine mandates could hold up a vote on a budget. Congress has to fund the government by tomorrow night to avert a shutdown, but Senator Tom Cotton says
the Democrats should at least allow us to have a vote on whether or not these vaccine mandates should be imposed by federal agencies.
A sheriff's deputy is dead. Another injured in Yellow Bluff, Alabama, responding to a domestic call when a man came out of a home chasing a woman, firing shots. That man was also killed in return gunfire. Iran makes a pitch to get sanctions dropped at ongoing nuclear talks that Israel wants ended. Fox's Simon Owens monitoring live in London.
And Dave, American and Iranian negotiators have been holding indirect talks since Monday in Vienna as President Biden attempts to revive the Iran nuclear deal. But as that process continues, UN nuclear inspectors are reporting a further Iranian violation of the accord. They say Iran has rolled out more advanced centrifuges for enriching uranium. Iran is attempting to play down that move. Israel says the negotiations should be halted immediately. Dave?
Simon, it's not baseball season, but players have been called out, locked out by the major league owners, which could affect spring training maybe next season after a collective bargaining agreement ended with no deal, the first work stoppage in baseball since 1994. America's listening to Fox News.
This is 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along. On the radio, on your smart speaker, and online at rightallalong.net.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News. Traffic.
Heading out right now along I-75, our overnight construction near Colonial Boulevard is all cleared up. You can now exit onto Colonial with no problems and no lane closures out there. Looking good up and down the rest of I-75 into Collier County and through Charlotte County. Delay-free out there right now. US 41 running up to speed across the area. If you're heading out on the bridges between Cape Coral and Fort Myers, should only take about 2 to 3 minutes in each direction on both the Midpoint and Cape Coral Bridge. Even easier to commute over the bridges between downtown and North Fort Myers, looking at about a couple minutes in each direction there. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
As we head throughout the day on your Thursday, look for another day featuring slightly above average temperatures. We'll look for a few passing clouds throughout this morning, clearing to a mostly sunny sky as we head throughout the afternoon. Temperatures today pushing back to near 81 degrees for a daytime high. We keep it quiet with mostly clear skies. We head into tonight, your Friday morning, featuring lows back into mid and upper 50s. We'll be back to 81 for tomorrow's high, mix of sun and clouds, dry conditions with highs in the low to middle 80s expected as we head into the weekend and early next week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
True relief for back and neck pain.
Back pain, neck pain, we hear so much about it every day, but most people never understand what causes it. Very often, it is more than just sore muscles. Many times, it is caused by disc and nerve compression in the spine. This is very often not addressed. The only way to get pressure off the discs in the spine is to decompress the discs. Here at Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, non-surgical spinal decompression is a specially designed, computerized table to provide gentle, precise pulling to draw pressure off the discs and release the nerves. This process draws blood back into the discs, allowing them to heal. Completely safe and comfortable for any age. No hanging upside down. Patients with stenosis sciatica, bulging discs, neuropathy, scoliosis all find great, long-lasting relief with decompression. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596 Back. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Join Jason and Todd at the Diamond District this weekend for their Winter Diamond Bridal event. Save 20% off beautiful engagement rings from A. Jaffe, C. Gonshore, Fana, Simon G, and more. Choose from the largest selection of GIA loose certified diamonds at the lowest prices.
Veteran Dan Telep, a real estate broker, Florida real estate instructor, and author of How to Buy Real Estate in Florida Without Getting Burned. Now available in paperback, ebook, and audiobook at telepgrouprealty.com.
Hi, I'm Dan Telep. I wrote How to Buy Residential Real Estate in Florida Without Getting Burned to build your confidence and alert you to common missteps when buying. Get my book at telepgrouprealty.com. TELEP grouprealty.com.
Hey guys, it's health and fitness expert Robbie Raw. Are you walking around in pain? Remember, it's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
Being involved in a legal dispute can leave you feeling like you've lost control. I'm Eli Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Understanding the law and the rules of evidence can mean the difference between winning or losing your case. If you are involved in a legal dispute and are not sure of your options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
Thank you for waking us all up out here. For all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Oh, hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. Thank you so much for watching the program and subscribing to the podcast. Coming up this morning, lots of questions to the Fauch and Jen Psaki together. It's like a duet. Reunited and it feels... well, they I don't know that they were ever... Well, it's not like a reunited. It's kind of... Well, anyway, the Fauch doing a presser. A lot of fun. A lot of things that are going on. Everybody is nervous, sweating. What are we going to do next? Omicron is hitting the United States. It's here, everybody. It is absolutely panic time. All right, everybody relax. Relax. Take it down. Take it down. But... yeah, there's a lot going on with that. We're going to play some audio, and you'll hear the hypocrisy on display as we've got to go through this once again. So that's coming up. Like rats jumping from a ship, another Democrat announces a retirement before 22. I'll tell you what, the Democrats are in a lot of trouble. It's not just here in the state of Florida where they've pretty much said, yeah, you know, Governor Ron DeSantis, looks like he's going to be in pretty good shape when it comes to this election. But now, you don't take anything for granted, but Democrats looking at the state of Florida and going, hey, is there any place else we could look? Oh, I got it. Georgia, where Stacey Abrams, the de facto, change-o, twist-o governor of the state of Georgia, is running and made the announcement that she's running to be the governor of the state of Georgia, which many people have asked. I thought you already were the governor of the state of Georgia. So all of that, yeah. What, you didn't like that? Okay, so that's coming up in just a bit. Again, $10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. We hope that you will help us out this year, getting those Christmas cards to our men and women serving overseas, working so hard to protect our freedoms and our liberties each and every day, and we appreciate them so much. And of course, We do this each and every year, hoping to break that 10,000 mark and then some. And also, Mel's Diner locations. Thank you to Mel's Diner for being a drop-off location. Tomorrow is the last day that we can get those cards together so they could be vetted in time for Christmas. And Kim Gade and everybody at Lee Health vetting the cards and getting them prepared. So tomorrow is the date certain that we will stop. And then Monday, I believe, hopefully, if we can get them all done quickly, Monday we will have a final count. And we'll have some numbers coming up this morning. All right. Speaking of numbers this morning, how low can Joe Biden's numbers go? No joke. Not a joke.
Not a joke.
Not a joke. Some poll numbers are not looking very good for the president of the United States, and they are concerning, certainly for Democrats, as you can tell just by what I talked about just a second ago. You've got 19, I think, Democrats. Are we up to 19 already? 19 have decided they are going to retire rather than seek re-election in the 22 midterms. So people, rats fleeing a sinking ship, the HMS Pelosi, that is. Very good. All right, that's the way to start that. Okay, got it. So we have another one that's dropping out. How low are these numbers? By the way, you've got to have evidence, things that are out there to show why we would have a presidency that is in such turmoil and trouble. Things that you might find out on a daily basis that are tangible to you, that you live each and every day. All Americans, every single person seeing what I see, what you see, all of us together. You might call that Biden's America, right? It's LGB.
That's let's go, Brandon, right?
LGB. This means let's go, Brandon. Joe. LGB.
Sounds like let's go, Brandon, I guess.
LGB. All right.
Let's go, Brandon.
Are we looking at more cargo containers in this parking lot than normal?
Current state, we're a little bit above average right now. You want to turn a parking spot just like you would turn a table at a restaurant.
And are they being turned as fast as possible these days?
Not as fast as possible.
Union Pacific's Kristen South told us there aren't enough truck drivers or space in warehouses to get cargo out fast enough.
Oh, boy. So that's a TV station doing a report out of Illinois where these container ships are, the containers are ending up off the ships, and they end up mostly in this area of Illinois where they get distributed throughout the country. And, they're just not moving them out fast enough. They don't have enough truck drivers. They can't get them out quick enough. They're just sitting there, and supply chain issues continue. But there are no supply. Jake, the talk of supply chain issues, can we just stop this nonsense, right? Everything in the stores, as you've been going to the supermarket, you've seen everything's been fine, right? Has anything been missing at all? Or is it just
jam-packed with
jam-packed,
all the fun stuff?
all kinds of fun stuff. What kind of fun stuff are we talking about jam-packed? You want to hear this? Because the president of the United States yesterday is trying to convince everybody that there are no supply chain issues. We got to stop with the nonsense, and gives an example that, well, I'm going to play this, and Jake, I want you to comment on this as well, okay? So Jake the Millennial gets the comment. Yesterday, the president talking about these supply chain issues. Look, there's a couple of things that are happening, but let's calm down for Christmas, okay?
Now, I can't promise that every person will get every gift they want on time. Only Santa Claus can keep that promise.
Only Santa Claus can keep that promise. Okay, we got it. So there's a little yuck in there. And then, listen, here you go.
But there are items every year that sell out that are hard to find.
Look, Jake, every year there are items that sell out that are hard to find. Every single year this happens.
Some of you moms and dads may remember Cabbage Patch Kids back in the 80s, or Beanie Babies in the 90s, or other toys that have run out at Christmas time in past years when there was no supply chain problem.
Cabbage Patch Dolls and Beanie Babies that have run out during the holidays. Hey, look, I'm not the smartest man in the world. Jake, okay, right?
I am the smartest man.
Well, you are. Okay, so maybe you can explain. Can you make the comparison to the things that we don't see on shelves in our daily lives? I mean, I had a hard time getting peanut butter the other day. The peanut butter product that I usually buy, the brand that I usually buy, was out for almost a month. It finally got back on the shelves Yesterday, I was shocked to find out that the peanut butter that I wanted is back. But because of the supply chain issues, I couldn't get the peanut butter that I wanted. There are other things. Toilet paper limit 1. We don't want to get too crazy now. And other items. Can you make the comparison to the items that we live with and for and need each and every day to a mad rush on Beanie Babies in the 90s during Christmas? Is that the same thing as a supply chain issue? Can you make that comparison? Does that make sense to you, or am I missing something? I mean, is he right?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking. Okay, so there you go. And Jake knows, and he's smarter than me, so he would know. So no, you don't take Cabbage Patch dolls and Beanie Babies and go, come on, man. I mean, it's the same. It's not the same thing. It's
True international average of pressure.
That makes more sense than what he just said.
He's probably waiting for his Beanie Babies to be worth money.
You know what? He's still waiting for his Beanie Babies from the 90s. Poor Joe. He can't get them. That's the problem. Maybe it's like that's what it is. Oh, Jake, you hit on something. You know what it is? It's deep-seated. Joe Biden. Nobody's ever asked Joseph Biden about his innermost feelings about the fact that just a few years ago in the 90s, the desperate need for Beanie Babies, and he couldn't get them, and what it's done to his psyche. And no, it's not. That's not what it is at all. But everything else is going swimmingly, especially inflation. Everything's fine with inflation, and the talk of inflation being transitory. And we've discussed this yesterday that even Fed Chairman Powell was like, yeah, we got to put that thing to rest because transitory would suggest that we're going to come out of this soon. The talk now is that we may see inflation for another 10 years. It might be a decade before we start to get away from the kind of inflation that we're feeling right now. I mean, hopefully that's not the case. But with the kind of spending that's happening right now, the kind of things that this government is doing, you think you're going to get away from this anytime soon? Hold on a second. Did Janet Yellen yesterday on Capitol Hill, Biden's Secretary of the Treasury, admit that the $1.9 trillion boondoggle that was signed off on has led to inflation? Did she say that?
Did it create inflation? Did $2 trillion of deficit spending create inflation?
It did boost demand, and that is one of several factors that are involved in inflation.
Oh, whoa. So yesterday, everybody, we come to find out that Janet Yellen says, yeah, the $2 trillion boondoggle, the $2 trillion of spending, that's not even including what's coming, everybody. Trillions of dollars in spending has led to inflation. No, it's transitory. Janet Yellen now yesterday says, yeah, there's more money out there and more money chasing goods. That's what inflation's all about. You got all this phony money out there chasing products. The Fed Chair, Jerome Powell, was talking about when we're going to see maybe a turnaround. How about next year? Can we see some signs of a change in inflation and prices? And
now appears that factors pushing inflation upward will linger well into next year.
Yeah, okay, so no, just be prepared that well into next year, everything you're seeing and feeling right now, it isn't going away. But it's
LGB.
Let's go, Brandon. Right?
Yep. Yeah. All right. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. All right, so let's find out here. The question is, how low can Joe Biden's poll numbers go? Well, a new poll from the Trafalgar Group. 6 in 10 Americans disapprove of the Biden presidency, with fewer than 4 in 10 approving of the job he's doing. Hold on a second. So people are asking, well, what's worse here? 4 in 10 Americans thinking Joe's doing a good job, or 6 in 10 Americans disapproving of his presidency. Strongly approve, 18%. Approval, 18%. Disapprove, 6.9%. Strongly disapprove, 52%. To the question, how do you think Biden is handling his job as president? You have 18% of the American people, somebody out there, and it could be somebody in this town, in Southwest Florida, who's sitting here and saying, Yeah, I think he's doing a great job. I think Joe Biden's doing a fantastic. I strongly approve of the job. Which job? Maybe we need to be more specific. Like, what is it exactly about what the president's doing that you strongly approve of? Well, I'm glad that we don't have any more mean tweets. That other guy used to say mean stuff. Remember that guy? Remember all the things we've got much. He's much nicer. We don't have those mean tweets anymore.
Yeah, he was a meanie face.
That guy he's mean. Funny hair, and I don't like that. I don't like the way he talked. Great. Okay. So there you go. It's not much better when you look at Quinnipiac. 34% of Americans approve of the Biden's handling of the economy. Even Lindsey Graham is like, what 34? What do you like? What could you possibly like? Listen, this is a sinking ship. Where is the turnaround? And I'll even give you another piece, a little nugget that you can tuck away. And we're going to take a break right now, Jake. But before we go, here's something else to tuck away. You ready? If you're trying to figure out who it is in this administration, who it is in the Biden orbit, whispering in Joe Biden's ear, that's a little creepy. But talking to Joe Biden and trying to figure out a turnaround here, how we get the economy on a better footing, how we stop what's going on with the border crisis, how we stop things that are happening with the trillions of dollars in spend. None of this is going to go away. And they're going to double and triple down. How about quadruple down? How about, I don't know, what's after quadruple? It's been a long time since I've done anything more than quadrupling. What's more than 4 times? 5 times is called what? Why don't I know this? Do you know this?
I think I should.
Me too. All right. Hold on a second. Check the text line, 239-479-5592. If quadruple is 4 times, what's 5 times again? I don't. Keep an eye on the text line. Somebody will come up with it. But in the meantime, when I bring up 5 times because John Kerry, who certainly has the president's ear, is his climate czar. I want you to listen to what he said yesterday about coal-fired power plants. You know, the things that are and what is powering the United States in a lot of ways. Natural gas and coal. And listen to this.
And that's where we are. We have to be doing everything faster. We have to be phasing out coal plants 5 times faster than we are.
We have to phase out coal-fired plants 5 times faster than what we're doing right now. We've got to phase them out. So the people who are talking to the president, the people who are involved with this administration, if you're looking for like where the turnaround happens, there is no turnaround that's going to happen. It's the maximum amount of hurt to you in this country. It's the maximum amount of pain that this administration can give you until you can't handle it anymore and say, I can't do this. You need to save me. And they come around and go, gotcha. No problem. Just sign on this dotted line right here. Just agree with us and pat us on the back when we build back better. And we will make everything better. You get it? 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the channel. Tomorrow, we will, subscribing to the podcast, actually. Tomorrow, we'll be at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road doing our show live. So hopefully we'll see you there on Daybreak 92.5. Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This Fox Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report. Facebook's parent company says it took down hundreds of accounts connected to a Chinese campaign that used a fictitious scientist to spread COVID disinformation. Thrift store owners are prepping for a wave of holiday shoppers as secondhand gifts become less taboo. Resale experts say nearly half of Americans will shop at thrift stores this season. Meantime, the FBI's warning holiday shoppers to watch out for non-delivery and non-payment scams. Major League Baseball's in a lockout for the first time since 1994. And news of the first U.S. case of the Omicron variant rocks Wall Street, with the Dow plunging 461 points after erasing an intraday rally of more than 500 points. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report, invested in you.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $70 off any electrical repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8 Sparky.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
We invite you to come see us at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our greatest Christmas sale ever and celebrating in Port Charlotte with our giant grand opening. Everything in the entire store is specially priced with amazing savings. All diamonds and diamond jewelry are specially priced right now with spectacular savings. Christmas will be here before you know it, so now's the best time to buy diamonds. From diamond earrings to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale and grand opening celebration at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. It's worth the drive to come to Duncan's Diamonds. It's happening right now. Don't miss it. Come see us. Now open in Port Charlotte Town Center.
Fox News listeners, Saturday morning is the perfect time to talk boats and water fun in Southwest Florida. This is Adam Botana again from Baywater Sousa Boat Club. Join us every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 for the Baywater Boat Club Hour. We talk boats, fishing, boating hotspots, water quality, on top of Jake the Millennial and I just having fun on the radio. And if you don't have a boat, Baywater Sousa Boat Club has got you covered. Just call me, Adam, at 239-495-0455.
Hi, this is Jay, president of Big Island Builders, a custom home builder here in Naples. For over 20 years, our company has had the privilege of building some of the most high-quality, unique homes in Naples. Recently, we built a home on Yucca Road in Naples that we consider our crowning achievement. This home was recognized and awarded 5 Sandollar Awards. To see a virtual tour or pictures of this amazing home, please visit our website at bigislandbuilders.com.
Hello, I'm Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
Tried Eucrisa for mild to moderate eczema? It works at and below the skin surface and can be used on almost everybody, like on the dimples of a diva.
Yeah, roll your boat. Yeah, roll your boat.
Or the shoulders of a chef.
Look, Mom, I made jelly beans on toast.
Steroid-free Eucrisa works at and below the skin surface. It blocks PDE4 enzymes, which is believed to reduce inflammation, even on the wrist of a rebel.
What did you do to your hair?
What?
The specific way Eucrisa works is not well defined. Prescription Eucrisa for mild to moderate eczema is for topical use only in ages 3 months and up. Do not use if you are allergic to Eucrisa, crisaborole ointment 2%, or its ingredients. Allergic reactions, including hives, itching, swelling, and redness, may occur at or near the application site. The most common side effect is application site pain, such as burning or stinging.
Come on, moms and dads. Check out eucrisa.com and ask your doctor about Eucrisa.
Can I sing one more song?
Hey guys, it's Robbie Raw. As an RN and health and fitness expert, I know that self-care from head to toe is so important for a healthy, fit lifestyle. One of my secrets for staying active, fit, and pain-free are my amazing arch supports from the Good Feet store. It's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. I'm telling you, these were a game changer for me. I am as active as ever, and I feel like myself again. If you have foot pain, knee, hip, or back pain, the first thing you should do is visit the Good Feet store for a free personalized fitting and test walk. I'm not going to stop living my best life anytime soon, nor should you. To be the best version of you, you need to take care of yourself, and the Good Feet store can make that happen. And by the way, when you feel great, you look great, and that's the raw truth. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
Your new home is calling you to live the good life, starting now. River Hall is where it all starts, a true paradise. River Hall is one of the Gulf Coast's most exclusive master-planned communities, where country club living meets the casual, barefoot Florida lifestyle. River Hall's Davis Love III Championship Golf Course is one of the top-rated courses in the Gulf Coast area, and you'll love River Hall's private oasis pools, bike paths, fitness center, tennis and bocce courts, and more. Live large with homes priced from just the 500s to the 800s from Pulte. The Pulte collection of breezy, open floor plans offers something for every lifestyle, with upscale finishes and features designed for elegant, gracious living. Here's to finally finding the perfect place. Here's to home. River Hall is just 20 minutes east of Fort Myers in the River Shores District. Come see model homes now. Visit liveriverhall.com. That's liveriverhall.com.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it. Guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Biden today plans to announce the administration's plans to deal with the coronavirus pandemic with winter coming and the new Omicron variant now detected in California.
We'll fight this variant with science and speed, not chaos and confusion.
He's expected to talk today about more COVID testing, vaccine outreach, and travel guidance. A 15-year-old boy arrested during a school shooting in Oxford, Michigan Tuesday. Ethan Crumbley is charged with murder, terrorism, and more.
Prosecutor Mark Keyes said he watched surveillance video of the shooting.
He methodically and deliberately walked down the hallway, aiming the firearm at students and firing.
After entering a not guilty plea on his behalf, the judge ordered him held without bond and ordered Crumbley transferred to the county jail away from other juvenile defendants.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. 4 students have died in that shooting. 7 are wounded, some in critical condition. Police say there's video and a journal where the suspect talks about wanting to kill people. America's listening to Fox News.
Wink News Traffic.
Good morning. Heading out through Fort Myers, we have a crash at Metro Parkway and Crystal Drive with some westbound delays through the intersection, but it appears everything's off to the side of the road, so shouldn't really impact your morning commute out across Fort Myers. We also have a disabled vehicle on Alligator Alley. That's near mile marker 66. Just before you get to the Mikosuke Service Plaza, blocking a right-hand shoulder, but not any travel lanes, so good news out there on the alley. And if you're heading toward the East Coast, really not seeing any trouble on Alligator Alley 75 or the East Trail heading out there right now through the Everglades. Clear heading on your morning drive across Charlotte County. Crash and incident 3 across Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
As we head throughout the day on your Thursday, look for another day featuring slightly above average temperatures. We'll look for a few passing clouds throughout this morning, clearing to a mostly sunny sky as we head throughout the afternoon. Temperatures today pushing back to near 81 degrees for a daytime high. We keep it quiet with mostly clear skies. We head into tonight, your Friday morning, featuring lows back into mid and upper 50s. We'll be back to 81 for tomorrow's high, mix of sun and clouds, dry conditions with highs in the low to middle 80s expected as we head into the weekend and early next week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day.
It's Christmas time, and there's magic in the air. I can't promise snow here in Southwest Florida, but when I look in my grandchildren's eyes, I still see the magic of Santa Claus coming to town. I see in my mom's eyes the love of all the Christmases past, and when my wife Holly and I steal a
I'm a truck driver from Missouri. For 13 hours a night, I sit in my truck and I drive. Out of boredom, I'll stop and eat. If I'm not doing fast food, I guarantee there's a bag of chips open on my dashboard. That was all until Andro 400. I started out 4 months ago, and since taking Andro 400, I have dropped 45 pounds. I'm sleeping better. There's no cravings. I actually don't even think about food. My knee pain went away. I've had some lower back issues, and I've noticed that went away, and I can only contribute that to Andro 400. One thing that Andro 400 said on the radio ad says it attacks belly fat. Well, let me tell you, it did. The second month is where I saw a drastic change in the size of my stomach. I've lost 6 inches. This product really does work.
So guys, if you'd like to experience similar results, then get Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
True relief for back and neck pain.
Did you play golf or tennis today and wish that you didn't have to deal with the back or neck pain? Do you feel hesitant to swing all the way through or run across the court because of pain? People just assume they have to live with it or just get epidurals. They are wrong. People look at it from the wrong perspective. Most people only think about treating the symptoms and not the cause. At Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, we treat the cause using non-surgical spinal decompression. Now available for anyone, not just the injured or professional athletes. Spinal decompression is a safe, non-surgical treatment that takes pressure off the nerves and discs, increasing blood circulation, allowing the back to heal. Safe, long-lasting results for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, herniated discs, or even failed back surgery. Don't suffer. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Hey, it's Tim Cooper with Health Plan Network. The open enrollment for Affordable Care Act plans is ongoing now until January 15th. The new 2022 plans have buried their benefits behind even higher deductibles with limited plan options. You can spend thousands of dollars out of your pocket before you see anything paid by those plans. There is another option. My Freedom of Choice plan puts most of your coverage up front, where you only meet a deductible if you're in a hospital, you pick your doctors, and it's 30 to 60% lower cost than Obamacare. If you're paying for your own health insurance, uninsured, on COBRA, or your employer coverage is too expensive, call me, Tim Cooper, at 239-268-6712. That's 239-268-6712, or go to healthplannetwork.net. That's healthplannetwork.net, and we can custom design a plan managed by you, not the government.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the Drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Cardi B is launching her own line of vodka-infused whipped cream.
Oh.
Thank God, something to help me forget I just sprayed an entire can of whipped cream in my mouth.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's non-dairy for all the health-conscious vodka-infused whipped cream eaters out there.
What? Okay, my first reaction is, all right, so Cardi B is going to be doing a vodka-infused whipped cream. My first reaction is, why didn't anybody think of this before? Like, is this a, I don't know, Jake, is that something for the holidays? Are you thinking about a vodka-infused whipped cream? I mean, now, when you hear that this exists, is this going to be something new on your plate, something new on your table this holiday season? Or is it It seems like you would infuse. I'm not suggesting the vodka is a good idea, but why are there not more whipped creams that are infused with stuff? Like, it seems like a logical. I mean, not the vodka thing. I mean, you're not even following anything I'm saying at all.
No, I'm just questioning the fact that you're confused about us not infusing more strawberries.
All right, well, right. It's like a strawberry infused. Maybe they have strawberry infused whipped cream. I don't know. All I know is I get the whole the one thing that I have done parenting and have done a very poor job, and I admit it. I try with my 13-year-old. I desperately try to do the best that I can. I've taught him through the years as we homeschool to go to source material. When you're talking about education, don't listen to somebody else's opinion of a book or something. Go to the actual book or the papers. When they're talking about our founding fathers, we can go to the source documents and the documents themselves and read and find out for ourselves instead of figuring out things based on what somebody else is suggesting it says. I've taught him, and I've tried to teach him to be chivalrous. I think that's an important thing. Opening doors for people, doing things like that. I think it's very important. Chivalry is still, it's not dead. I don't think it should be. Sorry. And here's the other thing. I've unfortunately, accidentally taught him that the first thing you do with the whipped cream can is just spray it in your mouth. I can't pick up a whipped cream can and not go and just, I can't do it. I admit it. Why are you looking so confused? You're telling me you don't do that? So now every time he reaches for the whipped cream can, the first thing he does, right in his mouth. It's just the goodness. It's just, yeah. So I've failed on that front, and I admit it. So
I think it's a win.
Yeah. Well, all right. Somebody said Paul in Naples says there's already pumpkin spice infused whipped cream. Is it really?
I mean, there's pumpkin
there
spice
has to
pizza,
be.
probably.
Of course, there has to be, right? Hey, by the way, thanks to everybody who texted a little earlier. I don't know why I forgot quintuples. Like 5 is quintuplet, right? So we were talking about quadrupling, and John Kerry saying we've got to go 5 times faster, shutting down coal-fired plants. And so I was looking for 5 times and quintuple. So there we go. We have it. All right. 239-479-5592. Speaking of things that are non-Cardi B, but coronavirus related. We've got here we go. The Omicron hits the United States. And I mean, what are we going to do now? We're starting to talk about lockdowns. Is that where we're going with this? Where are we going with the latest on coronavirus and Omicron now, and Jen Psaki and Dr. Fauci getting together, one masked, one not. It was really a weird thing to watch Dr. Fauci after a big lecture to Americans about wearing masks and how we're going to have, and if you're fully vaccinated, you got to wear a mask. I mean, I'm not kidding. We're going to go through this again. Walks out of his lecture to the American people about wearing masks, not wearing a mask. Even Jen Psaki, walking next to him, put the mask on before she took it off at the podium. He just walks, it's whatever. It's the Fauci. The Fauci can do whatever he wants. It's a medical thing. It's like that. All right, so some of what was discussed yesterday. Listen, I got to tell you, Peter Doocy is the man. I mean, let's just say that. Before we get to that, speaking of the man or men, why is it, Jake, that you were looking at me really strangely just a second ago when I told you that I'm teaching my son to be chivalrous? You don't think we should do that? Chivalry is dead? Don't think I didn't see that face that you made.
It was. I'm glad you cued on that.
Yeah, I did. Is that what the kids say? A cute on that? So go ahead. Why did you make a face? Why should chivalry be dead?
It's not my job to open a door for people, and I'm going to tell you why.
Wait a minute. Do you understand what chivalry means? It isn't your job. It's being respectful of women. It's okay to do that.
Which is fine and understandable, but there's this form of entitlement that comes with that, because it's toxic masculinity for me to open the door. I hope you know that, right? Because it's expected,
and
it's
that-
toxic masculinity when you open a door for a female.
Two things with that. I know we're going into a different place, and forgive me. And if you want to chime in on this, 239-479-5592, I don't have a problem with it. Two things with that. I've mentioned this before, that a few years back, it was in Salt Lake City, when my son had a moment where he was kind of discouraged because he went to open a door there were two young ladies that were walking towards the door. He ran to the door and opened them up, and he gives this kind of smile, yes, I wanted to do this. And they had a couple of things to say under their breath, and it was not pleasant, and they were not nice about it, and it kind of ruined it for him for a moment. But he has taken it back up once again. And I think that if you are saying things like what you just said, which is, it's toxic masculinity, I can't do it, I got to stay away. Well, that's how it ends. It ends by others telling you that you shouldn't be doing it, when I think it's something that is something that we should be doing. I don't think it's a bad thing to do it, to be chivalrous and to open a door for a lady. I think that's a nice thing. And just because somebody says that you're toxic by doing that or gets upset by it, okay, you could be upset. That's
Well,
fine.
there's this.
But I'm not going to stop because
expectation,
of that.
right?
Say that again?
There's this expectation. And the problem, so the other day I was walking out of a store. There's two doors, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's two doors.
Yeah.
There's a young lady walking in, and she decides to wait for me to open my door and then come into the right door. I walk out. I do not hold the door for her. There's two doors.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Why is it my responsibility to open the door for you? I had things in my hands, right? I had bags. I had stuff. I was leaving the store. She doesn't. She decides to walk in through my door because of chivalry. I wasn't opening the door for her. I was walking out. I'm trying to exit.
Hold on a second. Hold on. In that case, maybe she was just taking advantage of the moment where the door was open and she was walking through.
No, she waited. She waited by the door.
Okay, so was it an older?
No, she was younger than me.
So she was.
Had it been an older lady,
she was looking at you and assuming that you were a nice young man, a nice young handsome young man, and that you were opening the door as a courtesy, being chivalrous and opening that door.
You know what they say about assumptions.
All the while.
It's not my responsibility.
It's not. It is your responsibility.
It's not though,
No,
because I'm leaving, and I'm not gonna. I don't expect you to wait for me to try to get by you as I'm carrying my things out of the store because of chivalry.
If you were to do that with a full arm of groceries and still open the door and stand there and hold the door open with a armful of stuff, and you open the door and you just stand there as this young lady walks through the door, you're a hero. All right, hero is a bad way to put it because everybody throws the word hero around. That's what you're trying to do. You're doing this because it is inherent in you to be kind, to be courteous, and to keep that door open for them, even though it's an uncomfortable moment for you to have all of these things in your hands. The act of you doing that leaves a positive impression on this planet. I know it sounds over the top, but it's not. It's those little things. They mean something.
I don't know. I think
I'm telling you. I know. Don't say you don't. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I really don't think that's the case here because it's an entitlement thing. She expected me to open the door for her whenever I was already
How do you possibly?
pounded.
How could you possibly know what she's expecting?
Why would you stand by the door when there's two doors and you stand by your door? You see me coming out.
Yeah.
There's two doors.
Yeah.
So I can go through my door. You can go through your door. But you sit there and wait. That makes no sense to me.
Because maybe no, it's not entitlement. Maybe because there's an expectation from individuals, from people, from women, and it's a good thing that they would expect that that's what a good young man does. That's what a man does. That's an expectation. That is a good thing. That is not a.
Okay,
that
that's
is not.
fine.
No. Hold on a second. This is good. This is a good conversation. And listen, if you want to join in, 239-479-5592. This is a good conversation we're having right now because this is the micro of the macro. I'm so glad we're doing this. You see, you're missing the point. This is good for the world, and this is a good intention because the expectation still lives. It survives. It's still there. It's not because somebody is being mean and expects you. Listen, you need to open this door for me because I've got some kind of wow. I got my whole computer just said, yeah. What was that? There's this expectation, right? A good kind of expectation that a fine young man is making his way to the door and sees someone who's waiting to come into an establishment and an opportunity for you to open the door. You don't think about this. These are things that shouldn't be thought about. This should be natural. This should be inherent. This is what I'm trying to teach my son. You open the door for someone. It doesn't even have to be necessary. It could be a guy, a girl, but certainly for a young lady, you open the door. Not because you're expecting an attaboy or a pat on the back. You do it because it's the right thing to do. And in life, this is what you should be doing. You should be doing things that are the right thing inherently to do naturally. And naturally, that leads into other people seeing that. It's that way of thinking, what you're thinking right now. And I know you're getting frustrated, and I'll let you open the mic in a second. But your attitude right now and what you're doing is exactly what. And I'm just saying this to you because I love you like a brother, but listen to me. It's that attitude that is ruining this country, that's ruining this world. It's that attitude like that person is looking at you like you owe it to them to open the door, when in fact, you're doing it as a courtesy, and you're doing it not for them or you or anybody else, but because it's inherent, because it's just the right thing to do.
Okay, so the fact that she couldn't have taken the opportunity to reach her hand out that was free and open the door, the fact that I noticed that, I'm ruining the country.
Now, wait, no.
Explain that.
Okay.
It's the expectation
because
I'm already
it's that attitude. It's the attitude of people that thinks that I'm not going to do something for that person coming to the door. Like something simple. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but something simple like this. I'm not going to open the door for this person because they expect me to do it. Because that's what they want. Even though I'm uncomfortable right now, this person is just going to stand there and it's like, are you crazy?
You're missing the point entirely.
Tell me what the point is.
Okay, because if you see someone that has two hands full of things and you stand to wait by the door and then when they open it, you run through it before they can get through it, that's disrespectful.
Okay, that is disrespectful on their part if that's what they're thinking.
Because it was the expectation of her being a female. She thought that I was going to hold the door open for her. But she couldn't reach her hand out and help me. Right? And this whole debacle of the back and forth.
Was it that difficult? Was it that difficult for you to do? To hold that door open, just to stand there, even with your back to a door?
No, I held the door open for her clearly, and she bursted through. She did what she had to do. Okay, so she got her expectation. She got what she wanted. The door was held open for her.
All right, hold on.
But it's the fact that there was no courtesy on her part.
Let's say this is good. Let's take some calls on this. Go ahead, grab those calls. Because I want to know if I'm crazy. Just, screen them out for me. Make sure we're okay. 239-479-5592. It's okay. I hope that I'm making sense because I don't look at the world as a bunch of big, huge, massive moves that everything has to be moving mountains. I look at things in life as the small, tiny things that will equal to the mountain. I would much rather do good, small, little, tiny things that will soon make their way and grow into something larger and bigger than to suggest and to think that we've got to move a mountain in order to make things right, better. I don't know, Scott. Hey, Scott. Scott's in Cape Coral. Scott, am I crazy? Do you see what I'm saying? Am I missing something? What am I doing wrong here?
Oh, the one that doesn't want to hold the door open is crazy.
Like you should, just naturally, no matter what your situation. I mean, if I've got a couple of bags in my hand, and there's somebody that's waiting to come into the door, I most certainly would push the door open with my tush and just kind of hold the door open for a lady who's coming into or even somebody else, if I could do it. Just as a courtesy, I'm okay with that, especially for a woman. I know it's outrageous what I'm saying. All right, well, I appreciate that. He's gone. I don't know what happened. All right.
Pardon?
Corey?
Corin, that's good enough, yes.
Hi. Corin. Sorry, I didn't see. Hi. So am I crazy? Am I off base? I'm wrong. What's going on?
No. I just like assuming is what's wrong with everything today. Everybody assumes something. But maybe the lady was waiting outside the door for him to come out to give him his personal space as he came out the door. And then she was going to go in. But there's nothing wrong with holding the door open I hold the door open for men all the time. Open up for children, adults, older people. Just be nice, people.
Yeah.
Get over yourself and quit assuming that someone expects something from you.
Yeah, you do things without, and thanks for the call. You do things without expectation. You just kind of do it. And just like with my son, with the two people in Salt Lake City who kind of gave him a little murmur under their breath. They didn't like the fact that he opened the door for them. He's not, just keep doing it. All right. I know, I'm looking at the time. We're in trouble. We got to go to break. Stay right, 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
In Florida, we know a thing or two about championships. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! And here in Southwest Florida, we have our own championship team, My Shower Door. My Shower Door has made the Inc. 5000 fastest growing businesses in the United States for the 6th time. And because of that growth, My Shower Door needs more teammates. My Shower Door is a family business making frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida with a staff of 130 plus. So if you're ready to join the championship team, check out the jobs careers link at myShowerDoor.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again this Friday. Oaks Farm Seed to Table. We do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
We believe in better. A better way to invest, a better way to serve you, and a better result. We can help you determine how much risk you're taking, red flags that could be potential problems for you, how much you're paying in fees or commissions, potential tax liability, or even how to address Social Security.
Really exciting stuff. Regenerative, restorative treatments that actually encourage your body to heal itself using highly concentrated natural biologics. Patients rave about it for hip pain relief, knee pain relief, shoulder and back pain relief. Look, don't let them keep giving you steroids. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now. And imagine life in 22 without pain. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics now. 239-893-PAIN, 239-893-PAIN, 239-893-PAIN.
Dr. Shane Walker here at Thrive Chiropractic and host of the Wellness Hour on 92.5 Fox News for nearly 20 years. And let's face it, many of us are really stressed right now, and that is creating an increase in the number of folks who are dealing with neck pain, headaches, tension across the upper mid-back, anxiety and nervousness. And if you haven't experienced the release of tension that a chiropractic adjustment can produce within your nervous system, go to thrivenaples.com. That's Thrive, Thrive, Naples.com for a special offer. That's thrivenaples.com.
No matter what it's like outside, Train makes it comfortable inside. You can get a great deal now on a new heating and cooling system at Train. Visit traininfo.com. Visit traininfo.com to find your local dealer and and more, because it's hard to stop a train.
Look and feel your best with Dr. Patrick Flaherty, hosted by me, Gina Birch. Want to hear the latest from an expert? Tune in Saturday at 10 a.m. and hear all the latest innovations in non-surgical, surgical, and lifestyle ideas to help you look and feel your best. Dr. Patrick Flaherty is known for his faces, the fabulous Azul Spa, and now you get your hour with this doctor every Saturday at 10 a.m. Dr. Patrick Flaherty's show is Look and Feel Your Best, hosted by me, Gina Birch. Tune in this Saturday at 10 a.m. and hear how to look and feel your best.
Southwest Florida, are you getting the most out of your Medicare benefits? Annual enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. With the United Healthcare Medicare Advantage Plan, you get more for your Medicare dollar, including benefits like vision, hearing, dental care, and much more. Take advantage. Call United Healthcare today at 1-855-608-8763. That's 1-855-608-8763. Benefits, features, or devices vary by plan and area. Limitations and exclusions apply.
Hi, I'm Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, representing Florida's 25th Congressional District. As your representative, I work for you. If you need help dealing with a federal agency, my team can help navigate the federal bureaucracy and make sure your government is actually working for you. To receive assistance, please call my office at 239-348-1620. It's an honor and privilege to serve you in Congress.
This ad was paid for by official funds authorized by the U.S. House of Representatives.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Grandpa Joe doesn't want voter ID, but Uncle Sam says we have to do a station ID. 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right all along. 92.5 Fox News.
How to deal with Omicron. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
We'll fight this variant with science and speed, not chaos and confusion.
President Biden, after the first case was detected in California as the variant spreads around the world.
The president's scheduled to head to the National Institutes of Health in Bethesda, Maryland this afternoon. He's going to speak about steps his administration's going to take as the U.S. enters the winter months and has to face the new Omicron variant of COVID. He said earlier this week the plan calls for no new shutdowns or lockdowns.
Fox's Jill Nato. Some Republicans want to take the fight against COVID vaccine mandates to budget talks. The day before Congress has to approve new government funding, Congressman Chip Roy tells Fox.
We've got now at least 3 times we've had courts now step in and say these mandates are unlawful, unconstitutional.
Democrats say Republican obstruction could cause a government shutdown. There's renewed Democrat push in Michigan for stronger gun laws.
The marketplace is worried about 2 things. One, that yet another...
Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald wants to charge the 15-year-old with murder and terrorism for Tuesday's high school shooting that left 4 other students dead. In Texas, a controversial law has been struck down in court. Fox's Eben Brown has details live.
Yeah, Dave, a Texas federal judge Wednesday night blocked a state law from coming into effect today that would have allowed Texans to sue social media companies on claims they were silenced on account of their discourse, political or otherwise. A tech industry trade group says the law would have impacted the First Amendment rights of social media companies to regulate the content on their services. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says the law is necessary because social networks are targeting conservatives. Dave?
Evan, baseball players are locked out by major league owners after collective bargaining agreement expired at midnight with no new deal, the first work stoppage since 1994. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Heading out through Fort Myers, we have a crash at Metro Parkway and Crystal Drive with some westbound delays through the intersection, but it appears everything's off to the side of the road, so shouldn't really impact your morning commute out across Fort Myers. We also have a disabled vehicle on Alligator Alley that's near mile marker 66. Just before you get to the Mikosuke Service Plaza, blocking a right-hand shoulder, but not any travel lanes. So good news out there on the alley. And if you're heading toward the East Coast, really not seeing any trouble on Alligator Alley 75 or the East Trail heading out there right now through the Everglades. Clear heading on your morning drive across Charlotte County. Crash and incident 3 across Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
As we head throughout the day on your Thursday, look for another day featuring slightly above average temperatures. We'll look for a few passing clouds throughout this morning, clearing to a mostly sunny sky as we head throughout the afternoon. Temperatures today pushing back to near 81 degrees for a daytime high. We keep it quiet with mostly clear skies. We head into tonight, your Friday morning, featuring lows back into the mid and upper 50s. We'll be back to 81 for tomorrow's high, mix of sun and clouds, dry conditions with highs in the low to middle 80s expected as we head into the weekend and early next week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Looking for 92.5 Fox News online? Big news. You'll be all set when you go to rightallalong.net.
Despite the temperature outside, the most wonderful time of the year is here. As Conditioned Air's 60th anniversary approaches, we're thankful for another holiday season serving Southwest Florida. Our team has been installing and maintaining air conditioning units since 1962, and we're looking forward to 2022. 60 years of keeping Southwest Florida cool. Merry Christmas from the team at Conditioned Air. 1-888-COLD-AIR or online at conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
We invite you to come see us at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our greatest Christmas sale ever and celebrating in Port Charlotte with our giant grand opening. Everything in the entire store is specially priced with amazing savings. All diamonds and diamond jewelry are specially priced right now with spectacular savings. Christmas will be here before you know it, so now's the best time to buy diamonds. From diamond earrings to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale and grand opening celebration at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. It's worth the drive to come to Duncan's Diamonds. It's happening right now. Don't miss it. Come see us. Now open in Port Charlotte Town Center.
The unstoppable spirit lives inside all of us. For Matt and Lisa Kuhn, it's fueled by family. Working together to make vehicles more useful for their community, they've become leaders in last-mile transportation. That's why First Horizon is proud to celebrate unstoppable spirits like Matt and Lisa. From the first stop to the final destination, we use our understanding to keep our clients headed toward success. Visit firsthorizon.com/unstoppable to learn how unstoppable starts here.
Due to chip shortage, Regional Car Buying Group is coming to Fort Myers and wants to buy your car. If you want to sell your car and don't want to hassle with dealerships that won't give you what it's worth, come to the Regional Car Buying event at CenturyLink Park December 10th and 11th. Regional Car will make you a great offer and buy your car on the spot, no matter the year, make, or model. Join us at CenturyLink Park on December 10th and 11th. All you need is your title or payoff information, a valid registration, and a photo ID. Don't forget all keys and remotes. Want more information? Go to regionalcarbuyingevent.com.
You really want to go through another year with that awful joint pain? Listen, don't do it. Resolve right now to get yourself moving again for 2022. Hey, it's True Steel. It's time to call QC Kinetics. Non-surgical regenerative treatments for joint pain. We're talking lasting results using natural biologics. No surgery, no pain meds, no steroids, and no downtime. This is really exciting stuff. Regenerative, restorative treatments that actually encourage your body to heal itself using highly concentrated natural biologics. Patients rave about it for hip pain relief, knee pain relief, shoulder and back pain relief. Look, don't let them keep giving you steroids. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now. And imagine life in 22 without pain. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics now. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN.
Hey, Sean Hannity here for DeVoe Cadillac. Now, you've heard me talk about DeVoe and their long tradition with Cadillac, now serving Southwest Florida as a family-owned and operated dealership for more than 50 years. Now, right from the beginning, the DeVoe family, well, they have embraced commitment to the quality that Cadillac represents. And I've owned a bunch of them in my life, and it shows. They've always stepped up as a generous corporate partner. Right now, DeVoe Cadillac is planning their all-American holiday celebration to benefit wounded warriors of Collier County. How great is that? This will be an amazing event. It has live music from the Johnny Rogers Band. That's at 4:30. Followed by top 5 voice finalist Ben Allen and his band from 6:30 to 9. Tickets are only $75. That includes food and drink. All proceeds go to Wounded Warriors of Collier County. Thanks to our friends at DeVoe Cadillac. Check them out at DeVoeCadillac.com for more information and tickets. Get to know DeVoe Cadillac, your Cadillac dealer right there in Naples.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. That is the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. Coming up this morning, a couple of things we will talk about. So what do people think about when they think of the United States? Are we a democracy in trouble? Well, Byron York had this article in the Washington Examiner that you may find interesting because when it comes to Democrats and Republicans, there is a little bit of a split. And you may be interested to see who's thinking what when it comes to a democracy in trouble in this country. We will get to that. A little odd that CNN decided to talk about the suspension of Chris Cuomo with someone seated next to Anderson Cooper. That I'm not really sure. Maybe you wanted necessarily to have that individual as the person sitting next to Anderson Cooper at the time. We'll get to that coming up. But it does spell. Let's just put it this way. If this is any indication of what is to come on CNN, it will be more of the same. Indefinite suspensions mean pretty much nothing. It means take a nice vacation, and we'll see you in a couple of months. So we'll get to that later. But this is a big deal. Yesterday, the Supreme Court heard arguments about this Mississippi case, the abortion law that could have huge implications around the country, the Dobbs versus Jackson's Women's Health Organization case. And I wanted to have this discussion about what took place yesterday with the justices. Ron Coleman is joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Ron Coleman, legal analyst, partner with the Dillon Law Group, host of the Coleman Nation podcast. And you can follow him on Twitter at Ron Coleman. It's Drew Steele. How are you, sir?
Great, thanks. How are you?
Well, I appreciate a few minutes of your time today. We are well and looking at this case, and you know, it's one that many people have been talking about, at least in my circles, because of the possible implications. And as somebody who believes in life and the sanctity of life, as we watch this case, you know, one of the things that I wanted to ask quickly before I start to get into some of the specifics yesterday about the case is when you listened to the justices talking yesterday, and especially Justice Thomas and some of the things that he said, which of course is brilliant, when you, at the end of the day, listened to the arguments, what did you come away with?
Well, I think, first of all, it has to be observed that we should not take for granted that we heard from Justice Thomas, not only as much as we did, but that we heard from him at all.
Right.
He is known for not participating in oral argument and questioning of attorneys advocating before the Supreme Court, ever. Not 0 times, but very close to 0. Whereas yesterday, he was the star. And that's in and of itself is telling us that's an important signal. This is the case he has been waiting for a very long time.
Yeah, and something... it's something certainly we're going to get into in just a bit. But, you know, I think for many people, you know, one of the issues when it comes to cases that have to do with Roe v. Wade is the 73 decision of Roe v. Wade. Because I don't think a lot of people even know why it is bad law when people say it's bad law and not constitutional. And how is this possible that we still have this in place? Can you give people an explanation of that? What is it that's so bad about the 73 decision?
Well, you're right to ask that question, to focus on the 73 decision, because that was essentially where two of the justices yesterday, Justice Sotomayor in particular, laid all their chips. They said, well, we got you in 73 when Justice Sotomayor, like me, was a small child. And therefore, isn't that good enough reason to keep it there forever? To which the response is, no, that in and of itself is not a reason. Why was it such bad law? And I will point out to you that many, many advocates of free abortion rights, of unrestricted abortion, agree that that decision was not a well-reasoned or well-grounded decision. Essentially, it came from nowhere. There's nowhere in the Constitution that makes any reference to the right of abortion whatsoever, nor to the right of privacy. The odd thing about Roe versus Wade, and this was a large part of Justice Alito's questioning yesterday, was where do we find this right in the Constitution? Because if we all agree, and as again, even so many liberals do, or pro-abortion advocates, that the right to abortion, that there should be a right of abortion, how do you ignore the fact that it was hung on the hook of a right of privacy? That's the premise of Roe versus Wade, is that forget about life and death and when a fetus becomes a human being. The question is, does the state have any business coming between a woman and her doctor? And that's a very sort of elegant solution that I'm sure at the time many of the justices felt would keep them out of the controversy of life and death and of morality, because it's just a private matter between a woman and her doctor. The rest of the world was very unimpressed because there is another life at stake, and you can't just assume it away and say if you take your toddler into the doctor and the toddler has no right to be heard and to decide about how he's going to be treated, that's merely between the woman and her doctor. What is it that makes a child before viability or before birth or before a certain age different from a child at another age? So there were a lot of problems that obviously the justices thought they were avoiding, and all they did instead was avoid making a very clear and coherent decision.
All right. And as far as the Decisis, the term that was coming up yesterday often, and this is basically that there would be standing already, that the case is being brought up and looked at when you look at Roe v. Wade, or you look at Casey in 92, I think it was, that a court would already look at something and say this should continue to stand because of previous decisions. Now, we've talked about this before, even on this program, with other cases with regard to precedent. So what's the difference? I mean, when people look and they say, well, there's precedent in one case that might influence a justice to go one way or another. But when you look at this, at stare decisis, which would be to stand by things already decided, and go ahead.
So when you're the Supreme Court, stare decisis means that it's sort of the local version or the high ranked version of precedent, because a court is bound by its precedent except under extraordinary circumstances. In other words, for example, the case where I was involved before the Supreme Court involved the Supreme Court affirming a ruling of the Federal Circuit that said that their previous precedent on a free speech issue had been incorrectly decided, or that the law had changed. Whatever the reason was, they overturned the previous precedent. That was not a case of that was arguably a case of stare decisis also. Because the Supreme Court doesn't answer to any other court, we use the term stare decisis and not precedent, because the Supreme Court is not bound by precedent.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was precedent in Roe versus Wade. And so the question was asked, as you well know, well, aren't there Supreme Court opinions that are just awful and that all of us would agree should not stand merely because they stood for many years?
Right. And so as that was argued and discussed, what did we come away with with that particular argument? What were the justices saying? And even some of the other comments that were being made and the challenges that Justice Alito and even Justice Thomas were bringing up specifically?
Well, let's put it this way. I think that Justice Alito, who is a very powerful intellect and who has wanted to be a member of the Supreme Court his entire adult life, was having fun yesterday. He's been waiting for this case for a very long time as well. And although he was asking these questions sort of in a Socratic debate to see what the other side could come up with, the conservative justices, including the not necessarily all that conservative Justice Roberts, all are not one of them is going to be moved by stare decisis. When you consider the fact that by all accounts, Justice Roberts seems to be looking for a sort of middle ground, something short of completely rolling back Roe versus Wade, that's still a rejection of stare decisis.
Yeah. So what is that? So what would that middle ground be? So what is he looking for in particular when you say middle ground? What does that look like?
It appears, well, there are two ways of looking at it. One is, would the Supreme Court merely say, we're only ruling on the statute in front of us. We're not going to have to go all the way back to Roe. We're just going to and say that Roe was wrongly decided. Rather, we're going to say that Roe was the language of Roe was overly broad. It was never meant to apply to viability at 14 or 15 weeks. And after all, times change, and we know that scientifically it is much easier for a fetus to survive outside of the womb at much earlier ages than seems to be the time. And this would be the rule of Casey more than the rule of Roe versus Wade.
Right.
On the other hand, that would be in contradistinction to merely saying, regardless of what the Mississippi statute says, we blew it with Roe versus Wade, but what would the middle ground be to say that still that if there is no viability whatsoever, if it's the first trimester or the first month of pregnancy when everyone agrees no fetus could survive until gestation, that would still be a legal abortion. The problem with that is it is still every bit as unmoored in constitutional law or much less the Constitution as Roe versus Wade itself was.
Right. No, I see. I could see that. Yeah. So that's why this becomes such a big decision. And that's why people would say that, look, this is the moment where you make a decision on Roe v. Wade, because it's almost like, I guess, kicking the can down the road, if you will. It kind of just keeps it out there. And which we have a justice, and Justice Roberts, who I'm pretty confident does not want to be the Supreme Court justice and the Chief Justice of the court that does this. And that kind of plays into why he's kind of looking for that middle ground. Does that make sense?
Well, to some extent it is, but based on oral argument yesterday, let's put it this way: from the point of view of pro-abortion advocates, either Roe is upheld in full or it's not, and that any middle ground to them, and this is typical of the extreme nature of the way that this has taken hold in the sensibility of Americans. It's all or nothing.
Yeah.
So if he's going to be stuck with that, even if he peels it back, even if he tries to make it look a little bit less extreme, it's simply going to be the court that retreated from Roe versus Wade.
Right.
He is famously an incrementalist, but it does seem that he is prepared to make a stand on this moral issue in a way that he did. It's something else really to read his opinion in Obergefell, which was the Supreme Court opinion in which the Supreme Court of that time, much more recently, invented a right for people of the same sex to
Right.
marry each other.
Right.
You would think that he was a pretty darned conservative. So it's not, people tend to characterize him in almost a sort of parody of what he really is, but the frustration is quite understandable. And lawyers who are involved in the Supreme Court practice, including those who do it even far more than I do, agree that that's what he's about.
Yeah. Well, it seems like a good thing. So on either side, he's got a decision. Whatever decision is going to be made, somebody is not going to be happy. So make the right one. I guess that's what it comes down to. Have the right decision, and it doesn't make a difference because somebody's walking away from this unhappy. Even if you take the middle road, it's going to be that way.
The middle road. That's right.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. We keep an eye on this case. Love to have you back again as this develops.
My pleasure, of course.
And certainly, there's a lot to keep an eye on with this. Ron Coleman, legal analyst, partner with the Dillon Law Group, and host of the Coleman Nation podcast. You can follow him on Twitter at Ron Coleman as well. And we appreciate a few minutes of your time, sir. Thanks so much. All the best.
Sure. Have a great day.
You too. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. It's Daybreak 92.5. Fox News, right all along.
There's a reason they call taste
The NCH Heart Institute was named one of America's 100 best hospitals for cardiac care for the 7th year in a row by Health Grades. We are elevating the patient experience. We are becoming the premier destination for cardiac care. The NCH Heart Institute, at the heart of what matters most.
Don't miss the Well-Read Comedy Tour Saturday and Sunday, December 11th and 12th at Off the Hook Comedy Club. Trey Crowder, The Liberal Redneck, Corey Ryan Forster, The Buttercream Dream, and Drew Morgan, The Ginger Ninja, have followed the campaign trail, hitting red states with hilarious, intellectual, thought-provoking comedy on society, culture, politics, and more. The Well-Read Comedy Tour, live 2 nights only, next Saturday and Sunday at Off the Hook Comedy Club, Naples. This show will sell out. For tickets and showtimes, go to offthehookcomedy.com or call 389-6901.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list. And in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection.
License number CCC 1326213.
'Twas the night before Christmas. Not a creature was stirring. The children and Mama were nestled in their beds while visions of brand new quartz kitchen countertops danced in their heads. No clatter arose from the lawn because this year, Papa knew Santa couldn't possibly deliver brand new countertops down the chimney. So he decided to get real. He called Rock Salad and made such a deal. Because at Rock Salad,
$9.99 gets it done.
As the Rock Salad installers drove out of sight, Papa heard Hugo say, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. An updated battle plan for the coronavirus pandemic is being announced today by President Biden. It's expected to include a push for more in-home testing, vaccinations, and international travel restrictions. The first known case of the new Omicron variant has been diagnosed in San Francisco, someone who just traveled to South Africa.
They had mild symptoms and thankfully have now recovered.
That's San Francisco Public Health Director Dr. Grant Colfax. Vice President Harris is losing a spokeswoman and chief advisor.
Simone Sanders, who previously led communications for President Biden's campaign, is now expected to leave the vice president's office at the end of the year. Sanders is the second high-ranking advisor to leave the VP's office in less than a month, following communications director Ashley Etienne. Reports of disorder and friction from the VP's office have swirled, even before the high-profile exits.
Fox's Brooks Singman. Stock futures are up ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Heading out through Fort Myers, we have a crash at Metro Parkway and Crystal Drive with some westbound delays through the intersection, but it appears everything's off to the side of the road, so shouldn't really impact your morning commute out across Fort Myers. We also have a disabled vehicle on Alligator Alley. That's near mile marker 66. On just before you get to the Mikosuke Service Plaza, blocking a right-hand shoulder, but not any travel lanes. So good news out there on the alley. And if you're heading toward the East Coast, really not seeing any trouble on Alligator Alley 75 or the East Trail heading out there right now through the Everglades. Clear heading on your morning drive across Charlotte County. Crash and incident 3 across Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
As we head throughout the day on your Thursday, look for another day featuring slightly above average temperatures. We'll look for a few passing clouds throughout this morning, clearing to mostly sunny skies we head throughout the afternoon. Temperatures today pushing back to near 81 degrees for a daytime high. We keep it quiet with mostly clear skies we head into tonight, your Friday morning, featuring lows back into mid-upper 50s. We'll be back to 81 for tomorrow's high, mix of sun and clouds, dry conditions with highs in the low to middle 80s expected as we head into the weekend and early next week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Joe Biden's plan for America? Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Did you know that if you have $600 or more in the bank, President Biden wants to check your account? Ty Lassiter of Key City Capital here to tell you why. In an unprecedented move, President Biden's administration wants to have access to all Americans' bank accounts with over $600 to keep an eye on things so that we can be safe. At Key City Capital, we are committed to protecting and growing our clients' wealth regardless of what this president does. Our track record of double-digit returns and tax mitigation has truly been life-changing for our clients.
Call Key City Capital today for your free tax and wealth analysis appointment at 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Or check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
Trey Radel, your host of The Drive here. Dr. Varveris in studio with us. You know, Dr. V, recently we talked about this booster shot. CDC saying that some people should take it 8 months after their second shot. You've got some people looking at 3 shots in less than a year period. Your thought?
Some people who are going to get the vaccine, it's going to be not as effective as other people. Some people, it's going to be more effective. Some people are going to have higher antibody response, which is what you're trying to attain. Some people are going to have lower. Some people, it's going to last longer. So what you want to do, if you've had the vaccine, at some point subsequent to it, get antibody levels, and then see what your titer is, and follow it over time. If, as time goes on, the titer levels remain high, remain steady, are even increasing possibly, you do not need a booster at that point. Maybe you'll never need a booster, who knows? On the contrary, if it's lowering, if it's dropping, then you can make a scientific decision on when it would be appropriate for yourself to get a booster.
Always enlightening. This is the type of care that you get from Dr. Varveris. Visit him online, mddocv.com, your concierge physician, Dr. Varveris, based in Naples, mddocv.com.
We invite you to come see us at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our greatest Christmas sale ever and celebrating in Port Charlotte with our giant grand opening. Everything in the entire store is specially priced with amazing savings. All diamonds and diamond jewelry are specially priced right now with spectacular savings. Christmas will be here before you know it, so now's the best time to buy diamonds. From diamond earrings to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale and grand opening celebration at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. It's worth the drive to come to Duncan's Diamonds. It's happening right now. Don't miss it. Come see us. Now open in Port Charlotte Town Center.
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. Call today for a free consultation. Discounts for all military and first responders. Also, if you support Biden, don't blink and call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. Coming up, Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And we'll have that coming up in about 10 minutes, plus for that, just for playing, yes, we will have gift certificates. Breakfast for 2 at Alda's Diner. I love Alda's Diner, restaurant and bar. That is at the corner of Vanderbilt Beach and 951 in Naples. So, yes, you will have that gift certificate in your hand just for playing. That is coming up. Also, a couple of stories that we keep an eye on. This is a funny one. So, yesterday, finally, the network known as CNN decided to go ahead and talk about the Chris Cuomo issue. That's right. Here it is. Here's Anderson Cooper taking to the story yesterday. Listen to this.
Tubin, John Dean, appreciate it. Some news now about this network. It involves Chris Cuomo, the host of Cuomo Prime Time. New documents released this week indicated that Chris was more intimately involved than previously known in helping his brother, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, craft a defense amid a flurry of sexual misconduct allegations.
Yeah, okay. So he goes through all the allegations and goes through everything that went wrong. But it's the beginning that was funny. Listen to this.
Tubin, John Dean, appreciate it. Some news.
Wait a minute. Jeffrey Tubin. So this is hysterical. So on the heels of going into the CNN Chris Cuomo story and everything that happened and what Chris Cuomo did and now being suspended indefinitely, sitting next to him was the former person who was suspended indefinitely, Jeffrey Toobin, who happened to be on camera at the time. So you go from one indefinite suspension to a person now that is indefinitely suspended with a person who was formerly indefinitely suspended, Jeffrey Toobin, for doing some things that we're not going to describe on this program, which was pretty disgusting. He's sitting there on the network right there next to Anderson Cooper talking about the currently now indefinitely suspended Chris Cuomo, which goes to show you that indefinite suspension at CNN really doesn't mean a whole lot. You can probably bet on the fact that just a little, look at your watch, just a little while from now, Chris Cuomo will be back. Tons of apologies. Yeah, he said some things yesterday. I don't care what he said. I care more about who is it? Roger Stone said on Tucker Carlson's program yesterday when going into CNN and everything that they do and being pretty much an arm of the Democrat Party and going into specifically using other networks to troll and dox and find individuals that might have something to do with something being said about a brother of somebody who's on the network and the allegations and maybe doxing those individuals. Oh, who knows what they would do once they got those names. Pretty bad stuff, and this was great.
Well, it's just that's at that point you're collaborating with the national security state to crush its opponents.
And you're breaking the law.
And you're breaking the law. That's not really journalism at that point.
Well, CNN is not a journalistic outfit. I don't get my news from CNN for the same reason I don't eat out of the toilet.
Sorry, that's funny. I don't care who you are. All right, 239-479-5592. All right, we'll get into that story and a couple of other things. Plus, we got to revisit something we talked about last hour. It's important, and a lot of people called, so we want to get to that. Alfie Townsend has been a friend of this radio station and personally of mine for many years. He's a good man, and he's on the phone right now, Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie Townsend, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Drew. Great to be here.
Yeah, what's happening with you this morning, sir?
Well, I did see Tucker show last night, and it's just a disgrace what's happening with our media. We just don't get any news at all. They just hide everything. It's just we got to change it.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. We keep an eye on all the media stories that are going on, and recognizing it is a big part, right? It's just knowing that that's what's happening, and there are other places to get your news, thankfully. This station being one of them. True. Yeah, no doubt about it.
That's true.
So what's happening with you this morning, my friend?
Well, I'm looking forward, and we have, we've been collecting cards. Our clients, at Advantage Retirement Group, we have, I feel, the best clients. They're just, they're like-minded people. That's what I love about our clients, and they're givers. Especially Dale and Janet, they really collected a lot of cards. I think they're going to drop them off tomorrow at the Seed to Table.
Oh,
you're going to be there. What time are you going to be there tomorrow?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. 6 to 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We open up an hour early so everybody can enjoy breakfast. Seed to Table, our first Friday, and it's at Livingston and Immokalee Road. So great. So they're going to drop off some cards. So we appreciate that. It is something, Alfie, I have to tell you, and you've been around, and we've been together for a while, and talking about 10,000 for the troops. And first of all, thank you so much. And please thank your clients for me personally, and everybody who's been working hard there to get cards together each and every year, and this year especially, and how the community comes together. And it's been special for us, and we always enjoy getting those cards. And by the way, tomorrow is the last day that we can get cards, so we can get them vetted and get them out in time for Christmas. So please, if you haven't mailed them out already, drop them off at either Seat to Table. You can come see us. You can go to any Mel's Diner locations as well to drop them off, and we'll get them. And it is one of those things, right, Alfie, where when the community comes together and does something special for men and women serving, it's a great thing.
Oh, we got to get back, and right, no glitter, still no glitter.
Yeah, you've got that right. Good for you.
Cards.
That's right.
Yeah,
good for you for knowing that. No, that's
absolutely
awesome. Well,
they're going to drop them off.
Okay,
they're going to drop them off personally, so they want to meet you. They're big fans of yours.
Oh.
So Dale and Janet, they got it from the kids over at our lady of Light Catholic Church in Fort Myers.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's great. Oh, so I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we're going to have we'll have a hard count tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get some counts on some numbers that we've got, because it's been a little while since we've had a count. We're trying to get them all together, and then Monday we'll have the big count, but that's great. First,
Well, I remember,
Yeah, go
Drew, I
ahead.
remember the first time you did this. This is how long's it been? Like 7 years
Oh,
you've been
gosh,
doing
at
this?
least. Yep. Mm-hmm.
At least, yeah. I remember the first time you said 10,000. I'm like, and there, that's a lofty goal, and it's amazing that the community gives back.
Yeah.
Each and every year they do that. We love our troops, and
Yep. No doubt about it.
it's a hard time right now. They're overseas, and we're here because of them.
Yeah,
so,
no doubt.
the freedom.
And you talk about the men and women. We're talking about members of families. We're talking about sons and daughters and dads, moms, kids. It's a big deal. Hey, listen, before we let you go, I was going to ask you this real fast.
Okay.
One of the things I do appreciate about what you do, obviously, is keeping an eye on what is going on with the markets, but also what's going on politically, how important that is, and some of the things that are happening, and the importance of keeping an eye, because in one day, it's funny in the market, one day it could be down 400 and you could be like, oh boy, and you have people that are saying, what do I do now? And then today you wake up and it's like, hey, it's not looking so bad all of a sudden. All these flips and turns.
Yeah.
And, you got to keep an eye on all of that, right?
Oh, we got to keep in spite of everything Biden's doing, the market is resilient. It is bigger than the presidency, thank God.
Yeah.
But it is going through. It's going through some turmoil right now. But to get returns, volatility is no one likes volatility, but unless it's upward volatility. But that's where wealth is created, is through volatility. So we just have to bear it. And if you have good companies and you have good managers, they're going to be making changes, and that's what we do.
Right, and keeping an eye on what is going, and certainly what's happening politically, and that's the thing, keeping an eye on everything that's going on, and knowing what's happening, and it's one of the things I've always appreciated about you. Certainly.
Well, I appreciate you too. We love you.
All right, back at you. All right, Alfie, I've got to run. I appreciate it.
Alrighty.
Thanks for the cards. We
Cheers
appreciate
and
it.
blessings, and Merry Christmas.
All right, Merry
Happy New
Christmas to
Year.
you as
All
well.
right.
Alfie Townsend, Advantage Retirement Group right there, and 10,000 for the troops. Keep those cards coming. Want to hear from you. Certainly, I know there's a lot of businesses out there that have been gathering cards for us, and love to hear from you. Again, 239-479-5592. All right, let's get to this, because are there people still holding on from the last time we talked about this, Jake? All right, just so you know, we had a conversation, Jake. We were taking a break because there were a couple of things that we had clarified on the break with Jake on this topic. Just so you know, because a lot of people have jumped into the conversation and are even hanging around from the last time. I was concerned because we were talking about being chivalrous, and I think that's an important thing to do. I teach my son to do that, 13 years of age. I've been through this before. There are certain things that I've been teaching my son that have not been going very well. We brought it up before because we found out that Cardi B, that was the story that Cardi B... Oh, stop. Cardi B has got this new whipped cream with vodka infused into it. And I said the one thing that I do bad with my son is I unfortunately taught him how awesome it is to take the whipped cream can out of the fridge and you just kind of spray it in you. So that's one of the bad things I do. One of the good things I tried to do is certainly teach him about our founders and founding documents and a lot of things when it comes to history and life and how you can go to source documents as opposed to hearing somebody else's opinion on what they think about a source document. Go to the document itself to get the truth, the facts. And that's one of the things that we do in our house as we homeschool. And then the other thing is obviously what we talked about before, which is being chivalrous. I like the fact that he opens the door for a lady as they make their way to the door. I think that's a good thing to do, not because he's looking for a pat on the back or an attaboy, but it's kindness. And it's about how these little tiny things, being kind to individuals, it's the little things that will create the mountain that we can move as opposed to trying to eat the elephant. You know, you don't do that. You take things a little bit at a time, and then soon that elephant is gone, if that makes sense. And so Jake was talking about this horrible experience that he had. What was it? Just the other day, a double door, hands filled with groceries. You open the door. and this woman just comes barging through as you opened it up.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now, were you trying to be kind to open the door for her, or you were just trying to get out, or what was that situation?
It's not even that I didn't mind opening the door for her. It wasn't that. Had I expected that I needed to? Not at that current moment, no, because there was 2 doors, right? And she was coming into the store. I'm leaving the store.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm exiting outside of the right door. She's waiting outside of the left door. Okay. Perfectly capable of opening her door. Okay. I walk out the right door. Before I can exit the building, she comes barging through. So it's not her trying to avoid COVID or touching door handles, because if that was the case, she would have waited for me to leave.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have grazed me and came through the same doorway. And I felt like that was rude. She didn't acknowledge it. She didn't say thank you. She expected it.
Right. One single person that did this to you that I hope doesn't deter you in the future from
And it
holding
won't.
a door. Right, exactly.
But it opened my eyes
Yeah.
to the fact that I need to be more hyper aware in how some people react to things that they expect. And that it opened my eyes to an even broader point,
which is
the fact that this generation of women is treacherous.
That there is that there is a generation of women that are treacherous. And on the break you brought this up, and it bears repeating, because sometimes these are things that you don't realize or don't know because you're not plugged into these places. So explain what you were saying.
Okay, so just think about it like this.
Okay.
You want me, and I'm not saying that she was, because I don't know anything about her. I don't know what she was
Right,
going
it could
through.
have been a
It
bad
is what it is.
day. Could have
Right.
been she had a baby in the car with milk, which would be really weird. She needs to run to get milk for a baby. Who knows what it is? She got into a fight with a spouse. You don't know what's going on.
Which is understandable. But to my experience,
Mm-hmm.
at least 85, and it's not where I'm looking, it's not how I'm looking,
Mm-hmm.
or was, because I'm in a relationship and I love my girlfriend very much.
Ooh.
But before, whenever I wasn't and I was looking, couldn't find a girl who didn't have an OnlyFans.
Now, OnlyFans, for those that don't know.
It's a way for people to sell exclusive content. Use your imagination for exclusivity.
Okay, so when you're thinking of exclusive content, it's not like, hey, I wrote a new song. It's more like
it could be, but unfortunately, that's not what they use it for.
Okay, it's not for the best of purposes. Sometimes.
No, it's an easy way for them to exchange money for pictures and such.
It's
things,
all yeah.
right?
It's not.
Yeah,
In
so
a
it
lot
makes
of ways,
it makes it really difficult for me to have any sympathy for a generation. And I'm not saying that they're all like this,
right?
But a solid 75 to 80% of my experience in the past couple years has been treacherous. Okay, it's the expectation of chivalry, but everyone gets to participate, if you know what I mean.
Sure. No, and having said all that, as we wrap all this up, it goes like this. It's unfortunate, and in a lot of ways, Jake's right, that we have a generation of people, not just women, but men too.
It goes both ways.
Right. Who have been taught, it's a me generation, it's an I, me, what can I get, and at all costs, and how you have people that are doing things like the OnlyFans and things like that, where this is where their worth lies. There is no worth otherwise, personally, which is sad. And when it comes to personalities and chivalry and the things that we would like to see, being a gentleman, being kind to others, the simple things that we're just looking at, acts of kindness, which sounds so silly sometimes for people, is acts of kindness. What does that even mean? You got people politically who want to kill me. No, okay, well, hold on a second. When these little things happen and you do these small things for individuals, like I am trying to teach my son, like opening a door, or just being kind to somebody, a smile, like a kind word for someone. When you're talking to someone, having a discussion and finding out more about them as opposed to it's all about me. When you do these little tiny things and people start to see this, that's how you break down these walls and break all this down and kind of chip away at it to show people their worth without having to go on an OnlyFans site and show things that they shouldn't be showing. Does that make sense? I hope it does.
Me too.
Okay. All right, there you go. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Caller 9 right now at 239-479-5592. Not only will you get to play, but you will win a gift certificate, breakfast for 2 at Alda's Restaurant and Bar, Alda's Diner. What a great location. I love this place. It is fantastic. The folks there are just great. And breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're going to love it. Vanderbilt Beach and 951 in Naples. Caller number 9. You'll play, you'll win. Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5. Fox News right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Still dealing with closures and major backups just south of downtown Fort Myers because of a rollover crash near Michigan Avenue at Seaboard Street. Avoid the area for the time being because we have closures both at Palm Avenue and 2nd Street and at Michigan and Seaboard. Very messy, seeing a lot of EMS out there. You'll want to take either Park Avenue into downtown Fort Myers to Palm Beach Boulevard, 1st Street, or you can take Marsh Avenue or I-75 exit 141 to Palm Beach Boulevard. Veronica Shoemaker northbound is very backed up, so not a good plan to take that as your alternate toward Palm Beach Boulevard. Otherwise, 75 itself looking nice and clear. No major problems up and down the interstate. 41 is good as well. Heading through Collier County, we have a crash at Thomason Drive just to the west of US 41, not too far from the CVS over there. So watch out for some slight delays. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We're heading into another nice day of weather for your Thursday. Look for a few passing clouds throughout this morning, clearing to sunshine as we head towards later this afternoon as temperatures push back to near 81 degrees for a daytime high. We stay dry for your Thursday nights and passing clouds into your Friday morning with a low near 57 degrees. 81 for tomorrow's high. We keep with highs in the 80s and the dry conditions into the weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Have you heard them yet? Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, today at noon, right after Glenn Beck. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Despite the temperature outside, the most wonderful time of the year is here. As Conditioned Air's 60th anniversary approaches, we're thankful for another holiday season serving Southwest Florida. Our team has been installing and maintaining air conditioning units since 1962, and we're looking forward to 2022. 60 years of keeping Southwest Florida cool. Merry Christmas from the team at Conditioned Air. 1-888-COLD-AIR or online at conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
It's Medicare open enrollment now through December 7th. That means it's time to look at your coverage options. Whether you're almost 65 or been enrolled for years, you have a choice and the chance to pick the best plan for your lifestyle. Millennium Physician Group is here to help with our Medicare Connect program. Learn the latest plan options, compare coverage, and enroll. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com and live your best life with the best Medicare plan for you. Millennium Medicare Connect. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com.
Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit ldtlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano. ldtlaw.com.
There's confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID. One thing is certain. Whether or not you're vaccinated, you need an accurate thermometer to check for fever, the leading sign of flu and COVID. Be vigilant and contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers that have no scientific studies. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Learn more at Exergen.com.
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's
All right, let's go to, let's go to Connie. Connie's in Naples. Hello there, Connie.
Good morning, Drew.
Good morning, Connie. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD. Your associate's degree question starts right now. Hey, Connie, who's the vice president of the United States right now? Do you know?
Oh, Kamala Harris.
That is correct. All right, you got an associate's. We'll see if we get a bachelor's degree on this question. Let's see. Sandra Day O'Connor became the first woman to do what? She became the first woman. Sandra Day O'Connor.
For the Supreme Court?
That is correct. You got a bachelor's degree. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. What is the first self-evident truth in the Declaration of Independence?
We are all created equal.
All men are created equal. Yes, that is correct. All right, you got a master's. We'll see if you get a PhD on this question. Can you name the island in Upper New York Bay where immigrants entered the United States from 1892 until 1954? Where was that?
Ellis Island.
That is correct.
Family came through there.
Ah, look at you. All right. Well, congratulations. Look at that, Connie. You're the smartest person on your phone. You got a PhD today. You are brilliant. And not only that, you got yourself a gift certificate to Alda's Restaurant and Bar, otherwise known as Alda's Diner. Great for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951. It's a fantastic place. And stay on the line there. Jake's going to pick it up, and we'll get you that gift certificate. So hold the line, okay?
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right. You do the same. All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. Yep, it's playing. The computers are, acting really strange. I don't know what we got, blings and dings and stuff. It's been another interesting day with technology. All right, stay right there. More audio from the Fouch, Jen Psaki, in case you missed it from yesterday. Oh, boy.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Introducing Venture X, Capital One's new travel card for people always asking,
where next?
You earn 10x miles on hotels and rental cars, and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, and 2x miles on everything else you buy with Venture X. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hi, this is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. For over 20 years, we've been building homes in Naples and Southwest Florida. During that time, our company has had the privilege of building truly unique homes. One of those homes, located on Yucca Road in Naples, has caught the eye of the publication Gulf Shore Life. My interview and article on this unique home are in the November issue. Please visit our website to see a virtual tour of this truly unique custom home at BigIslandBuilders.com.
Do you really want to go through another year with that awful joint pain? Listen, don't do it. Resolve right now to get yourself moving again for 2022. Hey, it's Drew Steele. It's time to call QC Kinetics. Non-surgical regenerative treatments for joint pain. We're talking lasting results using natural biologics. No surgery, no pain meds, no steroids, and no downtime. This is really exciting stuff. Regenerative, restorative treatments that actually encourage your body to heal itself using highly concentrated natural biologics. Patients rave about it for hip pain relief, knee pain relief, shoulder and back pain relief. Look, don't let them keep giving you steroids. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now and imagine life in 22 without pain. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics now. 239-893-PAIN, 239-893-PAIN, 239-893-PAIN.
Even the left speaker sounds right when you're listening to 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along. .5 Fox News. Right all along.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News. Traffic.
Still dealing with closures and major backups just south of downtown Fort Myers because of a rollover crash near Michigan Avenue at Seaboard Street. Avoid the area for the time being because we have closures both at Palm Avenue and 2nd Street and at Michigan and Seaboard. Very messy, seeing a lot of EMS out there. You'll want to take either Park Avenue into downtown Fort Myers to Palm Beach Boulevard, 1st Street, or you can take Marsh Avenue or I-75 exit 141 to Palm Beach Boulevard. Veronica Shoemaker northbound is very backed up, so not a good plan to take that as your alternate toward Palm Beach Boulevard. Otherwise, 75 itself looking nice and clear. No major problems up and down the interstate. 41 is good as well. Heading through Collier County, we have a crash at Thomason Drive just to the west of US 41, not too far from the CVS over there. So watch out for some slight delays. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
As we head throughout the day on your Thursday, look for another day featuring slightly above average temperatures. We'll look for a few passing clouds throughout this morning, clearing to a mostly sunny sky as we head throughout the afternoon. Temperatures today pushing back to near 81 degrees for a daytime high. We keep it quiet with mostly clear skies. We head into tonight, your Friday morning, featuring lows back into mid and upper 50s. We'll be back to 81 for tomorrow's high, mix of sun and clouds, dry conditions with highs in the low to middle 80s expected as we head into the weekend and early next week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Find conservative sanity and Sean Hannity at rightallalong.net. 92.5 Fox News is streaming live around the clock.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our replacement windows are made to better enhance the energy efficiency of your home and stand up to Florida weather. New South Window, home of the ultimate Florida window for you. Made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Going on now. Buy 2 windows, get a third free. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Guys take pride in their performance, and they love talking about it.
How about we talk about my golf handicap or that new deck I just built by myself?
And guys are especially proud of their performance in the bedroom, unless, of course, that's an issue.
Let's talk about sports or something.
But what about
Look, I said sports.
Don't let erectile dysfunction rob you of your sex life or your pride. Call the Fort Myers Men's Clinic now at 239-317-7777 and find out about Pulse ED, the revolutionary ED treatment that can fully restore your sexual function without needles or surgery. In just 6 quick, easy, non-invasive sessions, Pulse ED can restore your performance and your pride.
My bedroom's rocking now. You want to hear about it?
No, we can't do that on the radio.
You sure? Because I really want to talk about it.
No, we're good. To schedule your Pulse ED consultation, call 239-317-7777. That's 239-317-7777. Or visit FortMyersMen'sClinic.com.
Get up and go now, so you can go tonight. Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hoagland with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash out refi program and pay off high rate credit cards, car loans, or other high interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right, whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Whether you run your local bookstore or the neighborhood boutique that everyone loves, small businesses like yours make gift-giving possible. Now, Comcast Business has a gift for you. Introducing the Gift of Savings Sale. For a limited time, ask how to get our best deal of the year on a gig bundle. You can get a $650 prepaid card when you switch to Comcast Business, the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. That's $650 to spend on whatever your business needs. You could even reward your team for another big year. Or if you want another way to save, you can also get started with internet and voice for $35 each a month when you buy both with a 2-year price guarantee. So give your business the gift of savings today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Offer ends 1/2/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and autopay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for your support for veterans in the military. Educating us. Standing up for conservatism. Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. You can drop off your cards, your Christmas cards for our men and women serving overseas at any Mel's Diner locations around Southwest Florida as well. Tomorrow is the cutoff date, everybody. Tomorrow's the cutoff date. And then Monday we will have the final total, the final number to find out how many cards we gathered. And hopefully by today, certainly by tomorrow, we'll have another running total. Looking forward to that, getting closer to 10,000 and then some this year. And we always appreciate you being involved with this. So I have to play just a little bit of this clip here because I want to get an explanation of what happened in context. Jake was bringing this up to me on the break, and he said, "You've got to play this right now." And because he was just laughing and smiling at this. So this was a conversation that Congressman Byron Donalds was having, I believe it was yesterday. Just I'm going to play just a little clip of this, and then I want to get in context. Hold on a second here.
President Biden says
we all know President Biden doesn't know much about the economy.
We can't bet against the American people and workers who want to work, who want to have the protections that in place and the care for their elders or for
Administrator
their children.
Guzman, the President of the United States has never worked a day in his life outside of Washington, D.C. You've done more than he has.
Boy, it would be awesome if Congressman Byron Donalds was on with us right now and could put all of this into context. Oh, he is. Hey, good morning. How are you?
Morning, Drew. How you doing?
Jake was smiling from ear to ear when he saw this morning, and he's like, "You've got to play this, and you got to ask him about this." And so put that in context. What in the world happened right there?
So it was actually, I guess, 2 weeks ago, and we had the administrator for SBA and talking about, all that SBA was doing. And so, she earlier in that session was praising the Build Back Better bill, how it's going to be great for small business. And so, I kind of took her through the bill. And, Administrator Guzman actually was a small business owner. So I was like, you were a small business owner. If I was doing these things, would that make it harder or easier for you to keep employees or get employees? And she just kept saying, yeah, but we think these are great protections and it'll be good for small businesses. She was running the company line. And she kept saying that the president thinks this. And I'm like, the president doesn't know what he's talking about. And it kind of just went from there. And then the chair of the committee, I guess she tried to reprimand me, saying that I wasn't keeping up the decorum of the chamber because I was explaining to the administrator what she already knows, that her boss has never worked a day in his life in the real world. He's only been in Washington. And so, that the chair didn't like that. And I responded. I was like, look, we got to be able to be factual. I'm being factual. Like, I'm not trashing Joe Biden. I'm not saying anything that's false. I'm just saying what's true, what everybody knows. And so, it's kind of how the clip kind of came out. But what I did realize is that, now I'm like TikTok famous, man. Like, that thing went on TikTok. I was getting it from a bunch of people. I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't even know. Maybe I got to do some TikTok exploration. Who knew?
You have to do some TikTok. You can talk to Jake. Jake's like, I'll be your TikTok. Is that what you're saying, Jake? You'll be his TikTok guy? You'll help him?
Whatever he needs.
Whatever he needs. That's funny.
About Jake the Millennial. I need that. Okay.
That's what you need. You need Jake to help you with your TikTok game. Okay. But, having said that and listening to all of this with Build Back Better and obviously, reading bills and understanding what's in it and then having to confront people about what's in it and hearing back from them about, spinning it in every different direction. Ultimately, you come to find out that they're going to push this thing no matter what, and they know exactly what's going on in this bill. And not only that, but I'm trying to find what it is that's going to be the moment where the Democrat Party will say or do something that's going to turn things around when we have supply chain issues on the southern border. We've got a Build Back Better Green New Deal plan in place. And then even John Kerry, and I don't know if you heard this, I'm going to play this clip. It's just like 5 seconds long. But John Kerry talking about how we have to speed things up with the process of shutting down coal-fired plants. And he's not messing around. I want you to listen to this.
And that's where we are. We have to be doing everything faster.
We have to be phasing out coal plants 5 times faster than we are.
5 times faster than we are. Like, they want to speed this process up. And I'm only saying this because these are the people that are in the president's ear. These are the people that he surrounded himself with. I'm trying to find the positive, the light at the end of this disastrous tunnel that's going to say that they want to do something that's going to be beneficial to the American people ultimately. You can't find it.
No. Again, John Kerry's another one. He doesn't know anything. He's always been wrong, too.
Right.
And so you got 2 people who have never been right, who are now leading our country. Look, the reality is that you cannot unwind coal plants and natural gas pipelines in the United States. If you do, in the Northeast, specifically right now, people will freeze to death because that's how we power homes. That's how we heat homes. I don't know what's wrong with these people because, look, I'll tell you right now. So your original question about are the Democrats going to do something about supply chain issues? No, they're not doing anything here on Capitol Hill. Look, this week we've been here 2 days. There have been no hearings in any committee. We've been doing suspension votes, which are just, bills that basically everybody agrees on, stuff on cybersecurity. The stuff's passing on the House floor like 402 to 20. Like everybody agrees on this stuff, okay? The Senate is looking at what deal they're gonna cut on a continuing resolution to keep the government open past Friday. Other than that, nothing else is happening here.
Right.
Nothing. And I'm sorry, the January 6th committee is meeting. So that is what the Democrats are about. They're about January 6th meeting and bringing basically everybody that's been in Trump world in to testify. And if they don't want to come testify, they want to hold them in contempt of court, in contempt of Congress, excuse me. But the real world situations that are happening, supply chain, our overall economy, inflation, border security, which, by the way, I like how we're banning people from South Africa and the like over Omicron, but we still got people who are just coming across the southern border with impunity, and there's no ban on illegal crossings on our southern border. Like, none of this makes sense, but it's not supposed to make sense because what the Democrats want to accomplish is their agenda, first, second, and third. The realities be damned. And there's not going to be any movement from their side, frankly, to do anything about these things.
And speaking of their agenda and what they're saying and how ridiculous it has become, and on the heels of all the things we're hearing about with CNN and Chris Cuomo and also what was going on, reaching out to other media outlets to try to find out more about the people that were accusing Chris Cuomo's brother, the governor of the state of New York, of sexual harassment and everything else, and all of the things that have been happening and all the history that we have with the media. On top of that, today, this morning, we have this nugget. I have to play this audio for you because you have to hear this to believe it. It's MSNBC's John Heilemann, and they're talking about how Republicans are trashing Dr. Fauci. This whole Omicron, what is happening, Fauci and Jen Psaki talking about what's going on and having to mask up and fully vaccinate, all this kind of stuff that's going on right now. And then John Heilemann says this, and this is where it goes off the rails. Listen to this, talking about Republicans trashing Dr. Fauci and why they're doing it. He's making the case that Republicans don't want COVID to go away?
Because if people follow Fauci, there's likelier a chance that COVID will go away. And if COVID goes away, it's bad right now for Republicans. It's just the math on this, the political math on this is not hard to figure out.
So that's it, Congressman. Yeah, I knew you would like that. Right, so just to be clear.
I'm sorry, folks. You're not supposed to be laughing on live radio, but I got to tell you, that was the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Yeah, yes. We don't want it to go. It would be bad for Republicans. It's a political math. Like this is, and they're agreeing with this. This is how foolish, how ridiculous, how comical the media has become.
I don't even know what he's talking about. We're not in charge in Washington. Joe Biden is in charge. Nancy Pelosi is in charge. Real quick, Drew, do you know that the only place in Washington, D.C. where there's a mask mandate right now is on the floor of the House of Representatives? Nowhere else in Washington, D.C. is there a mask mandate except the floor of the House of Representatives. This is how ridiculous they are. Wow. But look, the reality is that their party is drowning amongst the idiocy of their ideas in full implementation. We talked in our politics for decades about tax and spend liberals, about how they're radicals and they just want to take control of everything. And they would be like, no, that's not true. We just think that there's a better way to do these things. We don't want to just give money to the rich. That's your thing. You know, they always bash trickle-down economics. Oh, yeah, voodoo economics, or, you know, that trickle-down never works. But now they're in charge and they're doing everything and the country's falling apart. We would love to get rid of COVID. We just don't think that Anthony Fauci is credible, number one, because he's lied to Congress, in my opinion. And then number two, he's flip-flopped so many different times during this pandemic. And number three, he is behind the curve every single time. So when you got members of the Senate who are like just over it, and frankly, they want to put him in contempt of the Senate for lying to Congress, which he has done, why would we listen to him? No. Why would we give him? And he has no credibility. Yeah. Zero, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. You know, and we all worry about the ramifications of the things that he's saying and what they're hinting at in this administration. And listen, we can't do this. We can't have in this country. We can't have lockdowns. We can't do these kind of mandates that are being discussed. What they're proposing, and you know, the timing is curious and suspect, and all of this. It's just, you know, there's a lot of questions out there with regard to that. And then one more thing I wanted to mention before you go and get your thoughts on this. Yeah. The oral arguments of the Supreme Court concerning the Mississippi case, Dobbs case. Your thoughts on maybe what you heard yesterday and even what's going on with this topic of life?
So I listened to some of the oral arguments, yesterday. I found it to be actually quite interesting. You know, I'm not sure. I mean, look, I'm not sure how far the court is going to go with respect to Roe. I know that Mississippi asked for them to actually overturn Roe, which doesn't shock me. I think the bigger thing for people to understand is that if the Supreme Court goes ahead and upholds Mississippi's law, and which basically undermine or literally get rid of Roe v. Wade and even the Casey decision to some degrees, I think people need to understand what that reality brings. What that means is that now every state in our country is going to have their own rules with respect to abortion. It won't be an elimination. What it will be a removal of federal policy over the entire country, and then each state is going to write their own law. And I think that's where we're going. I actually think that's a much more healthy political situation, and it's just a healthy moral and cultural situation in our country, because the 50 laboratories that are the United States of America will actually be allowed to govern medical procedures, abortion, like we do every other medical procedure. I for one, hope that the court strikes down Roe. Roe was a bad decision when it was written, and medical science, and then like the left always likes talking about science, but medical science has actually come leaps and bounds since Roe was decided. You know, we do these things like called sonograms now, and you can see, where the unborn child feels pain at what weeks. We know heartbeats basically are there at around 6 to 8 weeks. There's so many things that have come to fruition in medical science, and I think that last but not least, I think the American people's idea on abortion or viewpoint on abortion is actually shifting, because when you know that an unborn child feels pain at 15 weeks, like that is a game changer. And I think that's because of science. And I think the court is going to revisit this. And I think it's going to be healthy for the republic. If California has their law and New York has their law, and in my view, they'll be crazy. But that's for the people of California and New York to decide for themselves with their elected officials, just like Florida, Mississippi, Georgia will have their law.
Yep. No doubt. All right, Congressman, I always appreciate you calling in. Congressman Byron Donalds joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. All right, we'll see you next week, hopefully. All the best.
All right, see you guys. See you, Drew.
239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We always appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News, and we've been right all along.
Good day. I would like to speak to you about Rockstar Harley. They need used inventory, so they're giving 115% of Kelley Blue Book value when trading for a new Harley this week. Rockstar Harley has finance specialists on site to help get you approved. Good credit, bad credit, no credit? They can help, and they trade anything. Bikes, cars, RVs, and more. It's worth more at Rockstar Harley. Oh, way too much in your trade? Get 115% of Kelley Blue Book trade value right now at Rockstar Harley. Now, if you excuse me, I must meet up with my banditos. But it's for my conditioning on Sunday.
Hey, we've we've got my friend Dave Meister on the phone, of course, with the Floor Meisters, the family-owned Floor Meisters in Naples. And Dave, listen, I know you got a lot of things going on. You're selling a lot of cord tech. That's great, but you got this 8,000 square foot showroom with a selection of carpet that is absolutely unbelievable as well. And the prices right now are pretty amazing. So I hear you got this whole thing going on with Dreamweaver carpet starting at, wait a minute, let me just get this right, at just $1.99 a square foot?
Yes, installed carpet pad and labor, $1.99.
And there's the phones ringing already. Look at that. They're getting excited,
Oh, yeah.
Dave. Tell me more about what we've got here.
So we've got a big selection, and this is quite a carpet.
Listen, if you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, you really owe it to yourself to visit their store, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. Whether it's tile, laminate, hardwood, or, of course, carpet, they've got it all. So give them a call today, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com. Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. This Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table, we do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Youthful, energetic, happy, sexual, strong, physical, no fear, taking the bull by the horns.
Old, tired, joint aches, overweight, wrinkled, depressed, sex. I remember what that was.
In men, low testosterone can lead to muscle loss, extra body fat, fatigue, depression, and erectile dysfunction. In women, hormonal imbalance can similarly cause extra fat around your middle and thighs, lack of desire, feminine dryness, and exhaustion. Suboptimal hormone levels are associated with the development of disease states like osteoporosis, heart disease, and stroke. At Neogenics, we specialize in testosterone, growth hormone promoters, bioidentical hormones, and nutritional programs designed to correct these imbalances and make you feel revitalized. See why patients from across the country are coming to Neogenics and take the first step to feeling great again. Call Neogenics for a free consultation at 277-9999 or find us online at neogenicmd.com. That's 277-9999. Neogenics, rediscover your youth.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Walmart is selling a baking kit with everything you need to make a family-sized Twinkie. Move over, Pfizer and Moderna. We got a new favorite for the Nobel Prize right here. The great thing about Twinkies is that you can serve it as a Christmas dessert this year, and if you don't finish it, it'll be fresh for next year.
That's actually true. It's a known fact that if there was the nuclear war and everything, the only things that would survive would be cockroaches and Twinkies, right?
Cockroaches and
That's
Twinkies.
it. That's not really true. Well, I don't actually know, but there you go. Would you go to Walmart to do a make it at home Twinkie kit? Like, I guess it would be family size.
If they had a make your own Reese's kit, I'd be all over it.
You could probably just get a jar of peanut butter. Don't they have some? Don't they have that in a squeeze bottle? I was trying to explain to my son. My son thought he came up with $1 million idea yesterday at the dinner table when we were talking about peanut butter and jelly. And, you know, I kind of like to snack on peanut butter and jelly. I'll take a spoonful of each out of the jar and put it in a plate, kind of mix it together. And he said, wouldn't it be cool if they had a squeeze bottle and both sides had each one of them and then you could squeeze it? And my wife was like, that's called goober grape?
Goober, maybe, but it exists. I know, because I used to buy it.
I think it's goober grape. And he was very disappointed. Then he said, back to the drawing board. Yep, it is back to the drawing board. So you got to come up with the idea of having a family-sized Twinkie. Couldn't you just buy a whole bunch of Twinkies, like little ones, and just pass them out? And just, you could even leave the package on them if you want. I don't know. Is somebody confirm it? What was that?
No, just Keith Richards. I got to add him to the list of what will survive after.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so in case of a nuclear holocaust, it would be cockroaches, Twinkies, and Keith Richards.
Exactly.
Very good. All right. And anything else we're missing? Nice. Well done. Yeah. All
Betty
right.
White, maybe.
Somebody on the text line just made a awful, horrible suggestion about testing something with a cockroach surviving, and I'm not even going to mention it. Don't even say that because we're popular with the kids and we don't want to give them any ideas on things to do. But top 5 audio clips of the day coming up. That's popular with the kids. 5 at 8:35 up next.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey guys, it's Robbie Raw. As an RN and health and fitness expert, I know that self-care from head to toe is so important for a healthy, fit lifestyle. One of my secrets for staying active, fit, and pain-free are my amazing art supports from the Good Feet store. It's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. I'm telling you, these were a game changer for me. I am as active as ever, and I feel like myself again. If you have foot pain, knee, hip, or back pain, the first thing you should do is visit the Good Feet store for a free personalized fitting and test walk. I'm not going to stop living my best life anytime soon, nor should you. To be the best version of you, you need to take care of yourself, and the Good Feet store can make that happen. And by the way, when you feel great, you look great, and that's the raw truth. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here for DeVoe Cadillac. Now, you've heard me talk about DeVoe and their long tradition with Cadillac, now serving Southwest Florida as a family-owned and operated dealership for more than 50 years. Now, right from the beginning, the DeVoe family, well, they have embraced commitment to the quality that Cadillac represents. And I've owned a bunch of them in my life, and it shows. They've always stepped up as a generous corporate partner. Right now, DeVoe Cadillac is planning their all-American holiday celebration to benefit wounded warriors of Collier County. How great is that? This will be an amazing event. It has live music from the Johnny Rogers Band. That's at 4:30. Followed by top 5 voice finalist Ben Allen and his band from 6:30 to 9. Tickets are only $75. That includes food and drink. All proceeds go to Wounded Warriors of Collier County. Thanks to our friends at DeVoe Cadillac. Check them out at DeVoeCadillac.com for more information and tickets. Get to know DeVoe Cadillac, your Cadillac dealer right there in Naples.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit MoranWM.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The parents of the boy accused of killing 4 other students in Oxford, Michigan, Tuesday were at the school that morning for a meeting about his behavioral problems.
Oakland County prosecutor Karen McDonald citing what she calls a mountain of digital evidence that shows premeditation.
And we're going to receive justice for these victims.
Several students remain hospitalized, at least one critical. The school shut down until Monday.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. It's the 9th work stoppage in Major League Baseball history.
MLB and MLB Players Association officials met for just 7 minutes before walking away from the table with no plans to return to work out a new collective bargaining agreement. Major League Baseball is now in a lockout, its first work stoppage since the 1994 Players' Strike, which ended up scrapping the World Series that year and rolled over into 1995.
That's Fox's Matt Napolitano. 2 astronauts are on a spacewalk outside the International Space Station right now, replacing a faulty antenna. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
Still dealing with closures and major backups just south of downtown Fort Myers because of a rollover crash.
near Michigan Avenue at Seaboard Street. Avoid the area for the time being because we have closures both at Palm Avenue and 2nd Street and at Michigan and Seaboard. Very messy, seeing a lot of EMS out there. You'll want to take either Park Avenue into downtown Fort Myers to Palm Beach Boulevard 1st Street, or you can take Marsh Avenue or I-75 exit 141 to Palm Beach Boulevard. Veronica Shoemaker northbound is very backed up, so not a good plan to take that as your alternate toward Palm Beach Boulevard. Otherwise, 75 itself looking nice and clear. No major problems up and down the interstate. 41 is good as well. Heading through Collier County, we have a crash at Thomason Drive just to the west of US 41, not too far from the CVS over there. So watch out for some slight delays. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
As we head throughout the day on your Thursday, look for another day featuring slightly above average temperatures. We'll look for a few passing clouds throughout this morning, clearing to a mostly sunny sky as we head throughout the afternoon. Temperatures today pushing back to near 81 degrees for a daytime high. We keep it quiet with mostly clear skies. We head into tonight, your Friday morning, featuring lows back into mid and upper 50s. We'll be back to 81 for tomorrow's high, mix of sun and clouds, dry conditions with highs in the low to middle 80s expected as we head into the weekend and early next week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomato's Sports Page. Do you feel American pride and want to shout, God bless America? As a son of immigrants who came through Ellis Island, I stand when the national anthem plays and get emotional thinking of those who have sacrificed for America's greatness. At Stevie's, we're filled with gratitude for our great customers and the country we live in. The firemen, police, emergency service, construction workers, and those who go about each day providing the foundation for our country. We love our customers and express our gratitude with our food, service, and value. Thankful for your dedication for what you do. And to all our great customers, show your love for this great country by going to any Stevie's. Stand at the bar and say loud and clear for all to hear, God bless America, and I'll buy you a 10-ounce beer. Restrictions apply in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. God bless America.
Stevie Tomatoes, Sports Page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $70 off any electrical repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888. Sparky.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Guys take pride in their performance, and they love talking about it.
How about we talk about my golf handicap? Or that new deck I just built by myself.
And guys are especially proud of their performance in the bedroom. Unless, of course, that's an issue.
Let's talk about sports or something.
But what about
Look, I said sports.
Don't let erectile dysfunction rob you of your sex life or your pride. Call the Fort Myers Men's Clinic now at 239-317-7777 and find out about Pulse ED, the revolutionary ED treatment that can fully restore your sexual function without needles or surgery. In just 6 quick, easy, non-invasive sessions, Pulse ED can restore your performance and your pride.
My bedroom's rocking now. You want to hear about it?
No, we can't do that on the radio.
You sure? Because I really want to talk about it.
No, we're good. To schedule your Pulse ED consultation, call 239-317-7777. That's 239-317-7777. Or visit FortMyersMen'sClinic.com.
Get up and go now, so you can go tonight.
In Florida, we know a thing or two about championships.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
And here in Southwest Florida, we have our own championship team, My Shower Door. My Shower Door has made the Inc. 5000 fastest growing businesses in the United States for the 6th time. And because of that growth, My Shower Door needs more teammates. My Shower Door is a family business making frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida with a staff of 130 plus. So if you're ready to join the championship team, check out the jobs careers link at myShowerDoor.com.
Injuries on the job can cause you to lose control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar Levine. Money is not coming in and your medical bills are piling up. Our legal team is here to help. We can help you file all your workers' compensation claims to make sure you get the proper benefits you're entitled to. If you've been injured on the job, Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Naples.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, let's do it. 239-479-5592. Here we go. It's time for the top 5 audio clips of the day. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
Dr. Fauci, as you advised the president about the possibility of new testing requirements for people coming into this country, does that include everybody?
The answer is yes, because you know that the new regulation, if you want to call it that, is that anybody and everybody who's coming into the country needs to get a test within 24 hours of getting on the plane to come here.
Well, what about people who don't take a plane and just these border crossers coming in huge numbers?
You know, but that's a different issue. For example, when you talk, we still have Title 42 with regard to protection at the border. So there are protections at the border that you don't have the capability, as you know, of somebody getting on a plane, getting checked, looking at a passport. We don't have that there. But we can get some degree of mitigation.
We can? What? We do? We can? We can have some degree? Really? What kind of degree? Boy, that sounds like a real non-answer. Peter Ducey asking Fauci yesterday, you know, what about the southern border? You know, when you're talking about people that, you know, with the issues of vaccinations and the like, and what's going on with Omicron and traveling, and hey, we can't have people coming. What about at the southern border? What a non-answer from the Fauci.
Number 4.
And that's where we are. We have to be doing everything faster. We have to be phasing out coal plants 5 times faster than we are.
5 times faster than we are? There's John Kerry telling a news organization that, listen, when it comes to coal-fired plants in this country, 5 times faster. We got to shut them down. Really? What are we going to replace them with, sir?
Number 3.
You advised him to follow... like any vehicle? Did you know which vehicle he was following?
We just had our people positioned in different areas of the courthouse to see if anyone would be able to in different areas.
Yeah. What's that audio? Well, less than 2 weeks ago, MSNBC was banned from the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Remember that? Well, the police body cam footage of the producer who trailed Rittenhouse and the jury, yeah, it was way worse than reported, and that's the actual audio from body cam footage saying that the network was doing exactly what everybody was talking about. They were spying on the jury, and that was the producer, Irene Bayan, the booking producer, who was trying to explain to the police officer, well, we were, and then we and then we might have been, so we wanted to see, you're busted.
Number 2.
Because if people follow Fauci, there's likelier a chance that COVID will go away. And if COVID goes away, it's bad right now for Republicans. It's just the math on this, the political math on this is not hard to figure out.
What? Yeah, that's right. That's the new lie now coming out of the fake news legacy mainstream media. How do you like that one? That is... John Heilemann, MSNBC, who is trying to suggest that Republicans are trashing Dr. Fauci because they don't want COVID to go away, that it's bad for Republicans, and that the political math on this is not hard to figure out, that Republicans want COVID to stick around because politically... There's a lot of words I could use right now. Dumb, stupid, moron, but I'm not going to. You could do it.
Number 1.
A lot of talk about the first Trump-Biden debate today, but at the second one, in 2020, when roughly 220,000 Americans had already died of COVID, Joe Biden said about Trump, anyone who is responsible for that many deaths should not remain as president of the United States of America. Is that still the standard now that more Americans have died under President Biden than President Trump?
Well, I think the fundamental question here is, what are you doing to save lives and protect people? And the former president was suggesting people inject bleach.
What? Are you... Are you all right? Yeah, so Peter Ducey making a very interesting point. I mean, come on now. You've got more COVID deaths right now with this president than the former president. And Joe Biden said, that president's got to be out of office, got to be let go. What's the difference now? And then Jen Psaki goes to the injecting bleach lie. We're continuing with that whole thing now?
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
It doesn't get any better. The Fauci Jen Psaki presser yesterday on Omicron. And look, there's no doubt we are this close. My fingers are thinly spread apart to this administration and the NIH and CDC recommending that we're gonna get close to lockdowns. That's what else are you gonna do? Travel restrictions. I mean, it is not gonna be pretty. It's just not. All right. Yeah, get that call. That's 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. And yeah. All right. I'm looking at a couple of different topics that I wanted to touch on, and I don't know if we're going to be able. Oh gosh, are we really going to do this right now? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I guess you gotta pick it up when he's there. It's the President of the United States. It's Joe Biden. Good morning, sir.
Oh, hey, it's great to be on a cornflake with Try to Veal. How's it going, man?
What? What are you talking about? It's Daybreak with Drew Steele. How do you not get this right already?
I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just reading the prompter here. Can you hold that up? Hey, before we get into anything else here, Stu, happy Hanukkah to all my Jewish friends there. I got to all know I made some crab cakes just like they do for the thing. But,
crab cakes? You mean latkes? What are you talking about?
Right, and my schmeckle's been hung by the menorah with care.
Okay, all right. Well, changing the subject. All right. Yeah. How was you have a good Thanksgiving there, sir?
Oh, we had it. Oh, God, love it. It was an amazing Turkey Day, man.
Yeah.
We did the normal American family holiday get together. That everybody does.
Yeah.
We rented a house from a billionaire in Nantucket and invited all the relatives and, had these nice young asylum seekers and red jackets to the valet parking and just your standard Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it sounds like everybody's Thanksgiving. Very normal. Yeah.
Oh, we got a 28-pound bird, Jack. It was so juicy and delicious. And, I do the cooking, and the secret was the marinade that I used. We mixed it with garlic and rosemary. Just the right amount of Johnson & Johnson vaccine is so delicious and safe.
Yeah.
It was safe.
Okay.
It was safe.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I'm just so excited. A holiday shopping season finally started. I'm happy to report that even in these rough, erogenous times we're going through, the American people, God love them, they're so resolute. They all pulled it together last week, and they went out and they shopped up a storm on African American Friday.
What you mean? Wait, Black Friday?
No. You can't say that anymore. It's not politically correct.
What?
Jack. You can't say all Fridays matter. No,
what?
You're liable to send a bunch of people to their safe spaces. Kamala Ding. She taught me that, Jack.
Oh, all right.
She taught me, and when she wasn't busy polishing her new French cookware.
All right, we're moving on now, Mr. President. All right, so over the weekend, look, you're in Nantucket. You're not even wearing a mask. You got caught without the mask on in the store, and it said you got to wear a face covering required. What's going on
there, Machiavelli? I didn't violate anything.
Yeah.
No, here's the deal.
Gosh.
What happened there was I accidentally used my M95 as a snot rag, and before I could go put on another one, some Nantucket numbnut took a picture of me and made me look like a real hippopotamus.
What?
You know the thing.
All right, yeah. So in the motorcade, what did you do? You gave somebody? Oh, you flipped somebody off.
I didn't flip anybody.
Standing on the porch there as they drove by. That's
the story screwed around there, man.
All right. Well, talk about disrespect.
Well, no, not at all, Jack. But look, this kind of reminds me of a cute story for the holidays here. There was this little boy when I was in the the town.
Yeah, the Nantucket. Yeah.
He must have been around 8 or 9, and he was outside a store there with his parents. And I went up to a little scamp and I said, "Hey there, fella, you've been good this year. And what are you going to ask Santa for?" And he said, "Mister, I'm not asking for anything for me, but I do want Santa to bring my daddy 2 more hands so he can flip you off 4 times." Oh, he was so adorable.
Oh,
God,
all right.
love him.
Hold on. No. So, Mr. President, we understand you're going to be addressing concerns over Omicron, right? Everybody's
Well,
talking.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Now,
You did that.
Folks,
Yeah.
here's the deal.
Yeah.
Nobody panic. We're taking every precaution when it comes to this Obamacron variant.
I think it's Omicron, yeah. But I like what you did there. I mean, the Obamacron. That's not actually. Hold on a second. Somebody else is coming on the line.
No. This is my thing.
I know. Well, hold on a second. I believe this is former President Trump. Is that right?
Yes. Good morning, Drew.
Ah.
I see you're still taking calls with the non-legitimate president. Oh, shut up, man.
Yes, I am. Well, okay, you two. Hold on a second. Yeah.
Oh, what's the big deal? Why are you guys doing? Drew,
yeah.
Sleepy Joe's so senile.
Yeah.
He actually lost more laptop computers than his son Hunter. Did you know that? You take that back, you horny-toaded spit licker.
What?
Hey, watch the language, Sleepy Joe.
Please.
Hey, by the way, I have good news, Drew.
What's that?
I just heard that Kid Rock, he's back in the studio as we speak.
Yeah.
Recording a Let's Go Brandon Christmas song.
Nice.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
He's so talented.
He is.
He's the most gifted white trash in the whole U.S. of A.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
a personal friend of mine.
Yeah. So, hey, look, we're talking about this. Okay, hold on. We're talking about the Omicron variant there, Mr. President Trump.
Omicron. Now,
Yeah.
wasn't that the crazy lady I had on The Apprentice who used to work for me?
I don't know. It might have been.
Omarosa. That's right.
Yeah.
That's I'm getting my Omicron.
Yeah, that's
Omarosa.
okay.
But seriously, Omicron. What a horrible name. Is
Yeah.
this a horrible name?
Yeah.
It sounds like that robot car that kicked Shia LaBeouf's ass in that Transformers movie.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Hey, Omicron.
Yeah, okay.
That's like a timepiece I wore in the 1970s,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it
With
is.
the quartz timer.
All right, moving on.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, please do that. So, yeah, we got a couple more weeks to get more data on this thing and see what's going on.
You know
Yeah.
what? I don't want anybody to worry needlessly about this. You know, if
Yeah.
there's one thing I can determine definitively right now without any more data,
Yeah.
it's this.
What?
If I was still in office, like I should be, Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. Not only would I already have a vaccine for Omicron,
Yeah.
I'd have it available in several tasty flavors. Sweet and sour, zesty Italian, and peppercorn ranch.
Okay.
Effective and delicious.
I'm okay with that. I got to be honest. All right.
You like that?
Yeah, I
don't you?
do.
You know, whenever one of these loser COVID variants pops up, it can only mean one thing, Drew.
Yeah, what's that?
That little bastard, Punxsutawney Fauci, is going to be climbing out of his hole and going on every fake news network you can think of. We could be in for 6 more weeks of needless pant crapping.
It's true. Well, let's hope not.
Come on, man. Fauci, it's not his fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now wait.
What?
Now, hold on a second.
Yeah, what?
Were you saying something, Joe?
Yeah, what was he
Wait a
saying?
minute there, Donald. There's no need to panic, Lou. Listen.
What?
You know, there's no need to panic.
Okay, what?
We have a sound strategy, I promise you.
What?
Now, after we all sit down and have an ice cream cone and take our meds, we'll be fine.
All right. Yeah, well, all right.
Sleepy Joe, are you okay? You know, he's so senile, Drew. He asked Kamala Harris to lead a White House task force to look into the root causes of his liver spots.
Is that right?
Shut up, man.
We got the music going. All right, we got to go.
Don't group me in with him, Drew. You know, this was my interview, and he stole it.
All right.
He stole it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay.
You you whiny baby.
Yes.
You stole my presidency. Hand it over, Grandpa. Oh, I want it fair and square, man.
All right, you both got to go. All right, that's it. It's
Happy holidays.
Yes, same to you.
You can say Merry Christmas, Drew.
Yes,
Say it.
yes. Merry Christmas. You better believe it. All right, we got to go. All right, there they are. The president and former president. Whew. All right, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. We're not going yet because, hold on a second. Is this Beth Broadbent? Is that who's on with us right now?
Yes, it is. Hey, Drew.
Hey, Beth, how are you doing? All right. For those that don't know, Beth has been fantastic. The school district of Lee County coming together, and everybody's been doing such a fantastic job there with cards for our troops. Beth, what's going on with you? What's happening?
Not much. We're just trucking away here, getting the cards for troops. We have a very high total for you right now.
Oh, wait. So you got a number? You have a number for me? Okay, well.
I have
all
a
right.
tentative number, but
All
like
right,
I
so-
said, we're still getting cards today and tomorrow.
All right, right. So we have tomorrow's the deadline. 5470 was the number that we had before Thanksgiving. Just so you know, so we still have to get some of those numbers up. We've had almost a week since the last time we had our numbers, the latest numbers. 5470 was the old number. But now that we know that we're going to be getting cards from you there and the school district of Lee County, so do you have what do you got? Get me excited. Get me excited.
All right,
here.
are you ready?
I am.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. 13,229 cards.
Wait. What? Wait a minute. What did you say? Did you say that again?
13,229 cards.
13,229. Wait a minute. Ah! That puts us over. Wait a minute. That puts us almost at 19,000 cards. That's amazing. Oh.
And they're still coming in, Drew, so that number is going to rise.
Oh, that is unbelievable. Wow.
And as you know, we count and we vet each card. So once we hand them over to you, they're ready to go.
Oh, that is fantastic. So again, give me that number. I got to write this down. Go ahead.
13,229.
Wow. Oh, that is amazing. So now that puts us in the about 19,000 plus range. I mean, we're quickly going to be in the 20,000 plus range already. So now we got to see, now look at what you've done to us, Beth. Now you've made it 20,000 for the troops. That's what you've done. You've changed it from, you single-handedly changed it from 10 to 20,000 for the troops.
That was our goal. We didn't get our goal this year to make you cry by reading a card on air, but we'll go with the 20,000.
I know you've got me a few times on that. That's for sure. But listen, I hear a lot of folks in the background. We love you so much. Thank you for all that you're doing to get the cards together for our men and women serving. And we've talked about this before as I've been there. Going to Ramstein Air Base back in 2019 to go visit and hand those cards off directly. And I could tell you the emotion and just the joy to know that people are thinking about them at this time it means a lot. And so that is all about what we all are doing here as a community. So thank you so much, Beth.
Thanks for letting us be a part of it.
All right. Let me hear everybody in the background. Give me a woohoo. Yes, I love it. All right. Thanks, Beth. We'll see you soon.
All right, thanks, Drew.
All right, there she goes. All right, Beth Broadbent and everybody over there at the school district of Lee County. Wow. So we're close to 20,000 already. And we've also got all of you that have been doing so much. And we're going to have a count tomorrow, another count. And then off we go to our big count on Monday. Fantastic. Great job. Oh, I'm super excited. Thank you so much. All right, we've got to go. Let's do this right now. Glenn Beck is next. Have a fantastic, blessed day. We will see you tomorrow, first thing in the morning. Oaks Farm, Seed the Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. It is our first Friday of the month tomorrow. They open up an hour early, so you can grab coffee, breakfast, hang out with us tomorrow. We look forward to seeing you there. Stay break 92.5 Fox News right all along. Let's find out what's going on with the remainder of our forecast with Rick News meteorologist Casey Sherman.
We're heading into another nice day of weather for your Thursday. Look for a few passing clouds throughout this morning, clearing to sunshine as we head towards later this afternoon as temperatures push back to near 81 degrees for a daytime high. We stay dry for your Thursday nights and passing clouds into your Friday morning with a low near 57 degrees. 81 for tomorrow's high. We keep with highs in the 80s and the dry conditions into the weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Whether you run your local bookstore or the neighborhood boutique that everyone loves, small businesses like yours make gift giving possible. Now, Comcast Business has a gift for you. Introducing the Gift of Savings Sale. For a limited time, ask how to get our best deal of the year on a gig bundle. You can get a $650 prepaid card when you switch to Comcast Business, the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. That's $650 to spend on whatever your business needs. You could even reward your team for another big year. Or if you want another way to save, you can also get started with internet and voice for $35 each a month when you buy both with a 2-year price guarantee. So give your business the gift of savings today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Offer ends 1/2/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and autopay. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Hey everyone, Dr. France and his team are offering $500 off of LASIK or the Smile procedure. It's Dr. France's team that I went to for my LASIK procedure, It's life-changing. I had worn glasses or contacts for like 20 years. So there's no question that Dr. France and Dr. Maxwell Birch are the experts here in Southwest Florida for laser vision correction. So now, through December 31st, France Eye Care is offering $500 off of bilateral LASIK or the Smile procedure. So schedule your free screening today. Their team will consult with you. They'll have all of the best and latest options for you, and they